everyone, welcome back. Let me get my Sims 2 soundtrack on. And we're gonna build a high school. Should be kind of fun. I have been meaning to build a high school. I keep saying, oh, we'll build a high school soon for the last 4 months. It's been so long and we're finally gonna do it. We're committing. We're gonna start making the high school today. That is our plan. So hi everyone, welcome back. Happy Saturday. I hope you're having a good day so far today. You're watching football and thriving. Tilly, you are so into sports this week, last week, all the time recently. All the time. Anyway, we're gonna replace that with hopefully something better is the plan. Chloe, thank you for the 11-month resub. I appreciate it. This should be good though. I think I've built total 3 high schools before. So it's actually been a while since we did one of these. And I'm kind of excited to redo. Ugh. Honestly, it's why did they do this? I'm not gonna do a limited pack one. I did a just base game and high school years one twice. I did one with unlimited packs. And then this one, I think we're going to do unlimited packs too. So we've done a couple of limited pack ones. I think this time I just want to play, if that's okay with you. Because there are a couple on my gallery already that are limited. So hopefully that's fine. How many streams will it take? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Should I bulldoze it or should I save any items? You can get this out of build mode. I think I can bulldoze it. Goodbye. Sometimes it's you know what? Ooh. You know when you do the lots, the doctor's hospital thing and stuff from Get to Work, you have to be kind of careful because some of that stuff you can't grab without debug. Yeah, so that's what I was worried about. But I think high schools are fine. I think high schools aren't so bad. So are we going castle? No, we're not going to build a castle. We're not going to build a castle. I'm thinking sort of let me see if I can find a picture of something that's kind of similar energy. I'm just thinking a big brick building sort of is the vibes. Not castle, so not stone. Just a big red brick sort of building. Is kind of what I was picturing. Someone did a castle school for one of our shell challenges a while back, and that was pretty fun. They did a good job. Typical American school. Yeah, well, typical, you see it in the movies, American school, yeah. There's no brick buildings where I live. So this is me channeling my own dreams. I would love to have attended a place like this. My high school was not cute or pretty. But I think that these old brick buildings are so nice, so. Yeah, Florida and bricks are not friends, actually. Yeah. Blue Orchid and Serini and Meg and Leo and Paper and Kiana and Love. We got Mason and Artificial and Ghost Onions and Amy and Dusty and Zombrie and Luker and Dee and Rip and Kiki and Madison and Hot Dog Water and Kaio and Sean and Vader and Chloe and Jeffrey and Smelly. And we got Duh and Max and Crescent and Sammy. Thank you for the resubs, everybody. I really appreciate it. Pink Girl from Hamilton, Sweetening, and Wing, and Emma, thank you so much. Hopefully I'm caught up. Bat and Biddy, thank you so much. Okay. I'm overwhelmed. It's a 64 by 64 lot. Whenever I start these, I always get scared. You know, you look on a lot like this and you're like, oh my god, here we go. This'll be interesting. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. This might be one of those trust the process sort of situations too. Let me show you. I was just looking at this building. I'm not going to copy this building, but just to give you an idea of big brick, lots of windows, this sort of vibe is kind of what I was picturing. Are we going to have a pool on this one? I don't know. I've done that. I tried to do that before last time where I thought it would be cool if they had an indoor gym with a pool sort of situation, but I had a hard time getting it to not look bad. So I think I settled for not having the pool the last time I did a high school build. So I'm not quite sure. I do want to be slightly careful to not super overdo it because I want this to be functional first and foremost. Like, I want it to be useful for my Sims, and I don't like the idea of them running off and autonomously trying to go swimming. So I don't know. We can think about it, but it's not like high on my list, you know? That's not like a necessity to me in my mind. This one's giving High School Musical to you, is it? Someone said it looks like Gossip Girl's high school too, which is kind of fun. Yeah, my high school did not look anything like this. My high school also did not have a pool. So this will be fun for us to try and imagine. I'll put a basketball court because that's a good way to take up space. It is a big lot. That's why people saying things like, oh, put the pool in the basement. I'm like, I don't want to put things in the basement. We got to spread outward, not down. You know, we need to go like out to the sides to fill in this giant place. That is the way. Ro and Steven and Katie and Jam and Mary and Hannah and Green Tea and Saturn and Mo. We got A and Kitty and Mur and Earl Grey and Emma and Asia. Thank you for all the resubs. Thank you so much. You didn't like PE in school? Oh, me neither. Me neither. Okay, I am going to open another OBS so I can record this, and then I will probably just start. The high school lot is 64 by 64, Holland. It's 64 by 64. Ooh. Okay, I need to open the... Uh-oh. She doesn't want to switch scenes. There we go. Now I got it. Okay, now I can record this. Your high school is really modern? Really? My high school was very, like, 80s. You know? Anyway. We're not going to limit packs, Casey, I don't think. Because I'm building this mostly for my own gameplay. I've got 2 high school years and base game only high schools on my gallery. So I wanted to do this one and have like kind of free reign to use whatever. We're not going to use like every pack, but I would like to have room to mix and match packs and stuff. Okay, I think I'm ready. I'm just going to start. I'm just going to start and see where it goes. Tori and Zach and Mama and Beans, thank you for the subs. I appreciate it. All right, there's going to be like a front entrance. You think I should use majority but 2. Okay. Maggie. In the picture, a lot of them have like big fancy staircases up. I don't really know if that's what I want to do, but it might not be bad to like consider it at least, you know? Could be kind of interesting. Have something like this. Here's this old brick and it used to be the junior high. Yeah, my high school was like that too. Well, it wasn't brick, but my high school used to be the middle school. And then they like added a couple buildings and then made it into a high school. They had to make it a little bit bigger, but then it became a high school like that. The perfect stairs to fall down or up. Yeah, basically. Was it really little? That's wild. The cost of like sports sponsorships and like the money they spend on stadiums and stuff is unbelievable, isn't it? It's just fascinating. Okay, I'm gonna delete these interior walls. This is kind of the thought that I had for the shape though. The lighting is so Twilight. The lighting is kind of rough. It is kind of rough on this lot. We're gonna be struggling with that, I think. Should I make it even bigger than this? Like, I don't know. It's not that small. And we'll be able to put this so it's kind of centered with this thing. Maybe there could be a separate building back here. We'll make it wider too. Oh my. Oh my. Did I have a big graduating class? I think my high school graduating class was like 550 or something ish, if I remember correctly. I think my brother's was like closer to 800, which is kind of wild because he's only 4 years younger than me. But the school got big. I think that's pretty big compared to a lot of places. The 500 even is a lot, but yours was 80? Yeah, but some places have like 1,000, so yours is around 400. That makes sense. Yeah. I don't know how I want to do this. I might make that medium wall height too. I'm also trying to decide if I want to have like something here. I'm gonna look at windows real quick. 400, 300. That's so interesting. It's really wild also how much that affects like your schooling experience, the size of your school. Because I mean, I think it would be really hard to go to a school that's really small with a graduating class of like 30 people or something. So I feel for you all in those situations, genuinely. Oh, do I want this to be bigger? Or should there just be 2 windows in this section? I'm thinking that we'll do that, and then I'll have the big ones. Oh. Maybe that's bad, I don't know. I was trying to think about ways that we could have different windows. Maybe the smaller ones are better, because these don't fit. Why must they be such different sizes? So silly, this game. Okay, put them like... Yeah, I think this needs to be 1 tile wider. All right, this will be fine. And then you'll be centered. Yeah, 3 is good. That we can make work. Did I ride the bus in high school? Actually, I didn't ride the bus in high school. I was meant to, but then my dad got cancer, and so he took me to and from school. Which, you know, blessing and a curse, I guess you could say. You like the longer ones on the bottom? Yeah, I did too. The problem with the taller ones on the bottom is just that I don't like how they're skinnier than the top ones. I actually really like this color because I think that it will draw on some of the brick, like the reddish tone in the center. I don't think I'll use this brick color, but I think that the reddish there kind of matches the brick, which I think is a good thing. The problem is if I want to use a foundation, we kind of have to use like the default brick, right? Your graduating class was 1,800. Wow, that's big for just one graduating class. That's so interesting. The brick looks like a real school. This one does. I like this brick color. I really do. I mean, we could maybe use it and then have like the white base. I just think that I don't know. That's bad, right? Like it doesn't look good like that. I wonder if any of them have, like the bricks that have trim, I actually don't even think would be that bad, but I don't like that color of trim. Yeah, it does kind of match. Maybe if we make it like really tall or something. I don't know, let's think about it. Okay, because it might end up being cool. If we can bring in enough accent stuff for it to feel like it makes sense, it might be okay. I don't know. Trust the process, okay? Trust the process. We're just trying to figure this out still, okay? What do you think about something like that? Should it be taller than that? It's already medium. I hate how those are so low. One of the bricks with the diamond patterns could work. Do you think so? American schools always look so much nicer. Oh, okay, so we were just talking about this. My experience looks nothing like this. I don't think I like the ones with the diamonds. I feel like that's not working. But what I'm trying to build today, honestly, I'm kind of trying to go for, like what you're saying, that sort of image that people have in their mind when they think of a high school in America. That's what I'm trying to make. Is my cat in here? Or did I think I just heard things. Okay. I'm trying to make that though. That's the vibes. Okay, I'm thinking maybe it's like a stone. I'm kind of trying to envision what would happen if I made my own separate like siding. Just hold on. I need to figure out what I'm looking for. But what if there was something, maybe not this exact color, but what if we kind of tried to make it look like it was our own trim? Maybe it wouldn't have the column, but it would have like something like that on the edges. I think this should be wider again. I don't know. We want it to be the right color is the only thing. What about the stuff from Snowy Escape? Oh, the Snowy Escape ones are the right color. Interesting. Does that make sense to you though? Like, do you kind of see what I'm trying to go for at least a little bit? It's a little bit different. But maybe in a cool way, perhaps? Yeah, the Snowy Escape one is like the exact right color. I think that helps with the stone that we have down there. I think I might also extend this out one tile so we can have it be like, I don't know, a little bit more decorative on the sides. White columns? I mean, there could be white columns too, potentially. That's not really what I was picturing though. So we'll have to see. Maybe the Snowy Escape ones are better. I'm kind of trying to do this as an alternative to having column. Oh, you can't do Snowy Escape ones. I don't think that the columns are good. Good idea in theory, but I don't think that it really works in practice for this. Okay. I think this is gonna work. Miriam, Morgan, Reese, Mallory, Glinty, thank you for the subs. We are gonna have to do a whole bunch to figure this out though, so just bear with me while we sit here and try and place everything. Are we gonna want these to be wider, or is just having two of them okay? Also, should there be different windows? You know, Ziggy, listen, here's the thing. I can't, because I have unfulfilled object requirements. I was gonna say, listen, please do not put me in a position to have to address people talking about pirating The Sims. I do not want EA to kill me. So, let's all mind our business, okay? Please do not, I would like to maintain my relationship with EA, so I hope you understand. I wonder if we could do big ones. Wonder how that would look. That looks bad. No, I don't really like, and even that doesn't really match, so I wonder if we could try and find a way to have this somewhere. Like, I wonder if we had some sort of, there's more space on this side. So what if there was like a downstairs section that's a bit smaller on this side? I'll try and make it fit with the windows exactly. Maybe in the back. Yeah, that would be good too, probably. I don't know. We'll have to think about the back. I haven't really started to worry about that yet, have I? Maybe that's concerning. I don't know. Okay, what if it was wider? That's interesting, right? Okay. It's kind of weird. Make it a greenhouse. I don't really know what this is gonna end up being, but we'll figure it out. I think it'll at least not be ugly, so that's all that matters, right? Okay. Interesting. It's so big. It's so big. We're gonna have a weird time trying to do this. It could be the principal's office in there, in that really fancy room. That might be kind of cool. Or it could be like an art room. I don't know. We'll see. Katie, Solar, Rosa, thank you for the subs. Okay. Back to windows again. All university windows, please. So these unfortunately are not gonna work for us. Maybe I could just use the ones that we had been using. Taylor played Mary's song in So High School. Wait, and everything has changed in one mashup? I saw everybody saying So High School, but I thought that they were just making a joke about how I was building a high school. I didn't realize that it was because Taylor played it. That does make sense. That does make sense. Oh, that's fun. Okay. I'll have to watch back a video of that probably. I don't know how I feel about this. We shall see. And then does Discover University, this is the problem. Their doors, they don't match. I don't understand why they don't match, but they don't match. So I don't really know what to use. We use the giant door that comes from the castle pack. Honestly, it could be worse. Like, literally, it could actually be worse. I don't even think that's the worst thing that we could have picked just then. I think the small door is too small. Why is it? It's not even bad, though. Or the one next to it. What, this one? Does that come with, like, a... No, it doesn't have, like, a beige stone. Ye old education. Does High School Years have a door that works? Oh, High School Years has a door too. It is not exactly the right color, but High School Years does also have a door. Okay, in hindsight, that probably makes more sense than using the castle door. The castle door is a little goofy. I do hate to say it, but... I'm gonna sit with it for a second. Let's think about it longer. And we'll see. None of the windows from university are probably very good for this, right? What happens if there's like 3 small ones and then there's a sign? I don't know. Do we also want to have like a thing over it? Like some sort of small platform? Can the sign go out on that? There is a sign from High School Years. But the High School Years sign is very like, I don't know, Art Deco, I guess, almost. It comes in the gold color. It is a little bit small and it's kind of hard to see. I don't know. You liked the ledge? Okay, that's good. I'm sort of unsure. Oh, you know what might be interesting? What happens if you put the... That's too much, isn't it? Probably. Probably too much, actually, in hindsight. But we can have a little ledge. As previously discussed. And then maybe there could be I mean, we do have this trim. Maybe it doesn't have to be a platform. It can just be flat. We can get that nice trim, and then we can put a sign above it. I don't really know what kind of sign, but some sort of sign. We want it to be relatively old looking. That one's not good enough. How about this? Do you think that could pass as the sign for the school? Please hold. I'm gonna try to put this on the front here, because we maybe could hang it up. Or maybe it's better on the wall. It doesn't look bad on the wall. Does it come in that kind of... It does come in red. We could try and use that to match this. Do you like it hung up like before, like forward? I think I like how it takes up space back here though, I think is my thought process. I think I kind of like that. Let's try and keep that and see how it goes for us. We're gonna wanna get some lights. These are kind of like a golden color, which maybe isn't so bad. You think it looks intentional? Okay, good. That's like best case scenario then. We're gonna have to figure out the whole bag. Oh my. It might even be too wide, so we'll see how the floor plan starts going. Expert and Schwartz and Chihuahua, thank you for the subs. A flag outside? Yeah, we'll probably put one. I like the idea of flags out there. Maybe there could even be like a flagpole in the center. Okay, so to me, it looks like that's the best we can do. Okay, so 40. This is the center. I'm not gonna keep that, don't worry. Not that texture. I'm just trying to get this centered with, oh, it can't be centered exactly. Okay, that's fine. I was just trying to make sure that it was sort of lined up with this. That's okay, it's good enough. It's good enough. Maybe it does scoot back even more than that though, because we could probably have some sidewalks going around it. Missed wallpaper edge? Yeah, I didn't finish all the wallpapering yet, don't worry. We'll come back to it. Anyway, I was kind of imagining that there might be like a sidewalk kind of going around the outside. We can figure out exactly how it'll look, but that'll help fill in some of the lot. We could put bike racks in the front. I'm not opposed to that. Have a football field in the back corner. Well, look. There's like a football field and a stadium almost back there already. So I don't really want to interrupt that too much. But we'll see. I think we'll do a fountain and we'll have bushes and stuff in the front, which will help. Okay, I'm gonna really quickly start thinking about the floor plan and then I'll figure out the back some more. I think that we're gonna need to have some kind of better floor plan layout though. Okay, so I'm just thinking, like, we'll want to have a library, we want the office for the principal, we need 2 classrooms, we need a bunch of skill building rooms, lots of stuff to add in. Oh my gosh. Rogue, thank you for the 32 months. Dev, thank you for the resub too. Fake cars and parking lot, well, they have that already, like, nearby, you know? Okay, well, I'm wondering about putting the library in kind of a big area over here, because that takes up a lot of space and there's a lot of wall space with no windows. So that's not terrible to have the library in. We could probably have a separate computer lab if we really want to, but we'll see how much space we have. And then we'll go from there. I'm just gonna put a bookshelf in here so we can mark it as a library, right? Make the library 2 stories. I don't know if I want it to be 2 stories. We have quite a few rooms that we want to add in still, so we'll probably want to make sure we have enough space to have those. without interrupting it all too much. Okay, I'm wondering about the classrooms being on either side right by the front door. Very easy access for your Sims. And then maybe there could be like... No, I was gonna put the bathrooms kind of central too, but I really want to have a toilet stall, so I need to think about how big the bathrooms would need to be for that to be reasonable. It's not for our Not So Berry Sims, no, so we're not trying to make like a blue school for Not So Berry. We're mostly just doing this for fun. We don't have any specific Sims in mind. Okay, that is not good, like at all. I was thinking about having a staircase. Why don't I just search stairs? I was thinking about having a staircase on this side. And then I guess this part could be open to the downstairs. I don't think I want to do 2 staircases. I feel like that's a little bit busier than I want. We'll have a cafeteria, don't worry. We have a lot that we have to add in, chat, so don't worry. We're just getting started. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know if I want to have the bathrooms central like this or not. Maybe I won't do it. I think no. You think 2 is realistic for the staircases? I mean, it can be. It just depends how much space we want to take up. So we'll figure it out, though. I do think that I want those to still be the classrooms. We agree that those are good as classrooms, right? On either side like this. I think so. Oh no, I just like copied something by accident. I guess we can have them one. Oh, it's because I put it down one platform. That's what I broke. Okay. Let's do it on both sides then. I don't know how I want to lay this out. I'm trying really hard to decide like where the spacing should go. I was originally thinking that I'd put the cafeteria kind of like a big central space in the back. But I actually don't even know if that's a good thing or not. Is that too wide? Where the lockers go? Lockers are gonna go on like all the hallways. Chat, there's gonna be a really big hallway. So the lockers are gonna go like following hallways, kind of like on these walls, you know? Is sort of the idea. I think that what's getting to me right now is maybe that these are too big. So perhaps you should be a little bit bigger. I guess there could be like small little doorways into the classrooms. Like from right here, the doors can just go in these little sides. I think this part's gonna be open from the upstairs too. So let me build that real quick. It won't be this fence, okay? Don't panic. But it will be this fence for right now. Will it have dorms? Not in this high school. We're trying to make it functional with the pack, so we won't have dorms on this one. Oh my god, I hate you for this. Shift click. Okay, there we go. Up here, there's going to be a lot of the skill building type rooms. Is kind of the vision. And maybe this could even go forward one. Do high schools have dorms in real life? I mean, I'm sure that some people's private schools might have dorms in real life. I personally don't know anyone that went to a school like that, but I'm sure that it does happen. I am sure that it does happen. I mean, maybe that could even go all the way back. if we really want to steal some space from this. Maybe that is better. And they can access the classrooms from those side doors. Okay. And then you need to go all the way up. That's such a big wall. There's gonna be a lot of windows on that wall. I also think that maybe it should be just a smidge bigger. If it's gonna become the cafeteria, lots of space is probably a good thing, right? We can kind of open it up like that so it's easy access. Okay, so we have library, and then potentially we're gonna want to extend this out, I think, just a little bit. Will there be a gym? Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stuff outside. Upstairs, I mean. We're gonna have a lot of stuff like that upstairs. We still have lots of things that we need to add. That's fine, right? I think that'll be okay. I think I might also put some like patio space like this. We're gonna have a basketball court, don't worry. That's on the list too. Once we start figuring out like the placement of this. We have so much space back here that we have to fill in, so once we start working on that, we'll think about it more. I kind of want to have like, this is where I think it can start to get slightly asymmetrical in the back, because I think that that helps to fill in the space a little bit better. Basketball in a different building. Well, I don't think it's going to be a separate building. It's going to be an outside court. Think about how much space we have up here. We got to start thinking about like all the things that have to go inside the building too before we start trying to be like, oh, let's have a separate building, you know? We can just fill it in with outside stuff. Okay. So I was thinking that over here in this space, we want to have very easy access to a couple different rooms. Maybe this part becomes a bathroom, or this becomes a bathroom. It kind of just depends how the toilet stalls fit. No, ugly. Oh, it fits 3 of them quite well. Okay, that could be a nice bathroom then. And then maybe we could have like a small computer lab like we had talked about. Or maybe these could just be offices. I don't know. Oh, I'll save my game, everyone. Oh, I can't. Hold on. You can't save if you don't have required objects. High school cafeteria station, principal's desk, loudspeaker, regular desks, lockers. Just so I can save the game. This is pitiful. Okay, now I can save the game. All right. Can I make one of the stalls super nasty? Yeah, probably. We can, well, doesn't have to, well, maybe not nasty, actually. I want it to be, I want to play here, so I don't want to make it too gross. That would be bad. Okay, I think maybe okay, I'm wondering about putting this kind of like this. It kind of depends how the windows are gonna go in this section, because I think it might end up being just 2 of them. Okay. That does kind of complicate things. Although we could maybe shrink this again. Maybe it should be even with the front. Like maybe that's better. Instead of us trying to like do this all asymmetrical. That's a little bit wider still. Isn't it? I don't know. Hi, Snap. Do you need help? What do you want? You want up? Come here. I have to fix my hair anyway. Come on, jump up. You can sit with me. Okay, I get you, because you can't jump up, silly. She's here to hang out. Where were you? I didn't even see you downstairs. You must have been down there. You thought your cat was meowing? No, it's mine. Don't worry. Sorry about that. It's just mine. Okay, 3 windows. That's nice. And now I've made a big mess of all of this. So let me try and fix that real quick. I guess you would go like this. And then potentially this gets split up. I guess this could maybe become the computer lab then. It's a little bit bigger now. So that might not be so bad. We can just put a bunch of computers in that room. So lots of desks and bookshelves here, computers in there. We have the 2 classrooms. And then this side, oh my God, it's like actually huge in this building. I don't really know how I want to split it all up. Like, okay, this can become the fake teacher's lounge. I feel like that would be kind of good. And then maybe this section, I don't know, could that be like another... Oh, okay, so what I was thinking about, and I got distracted by the cat yelling, so I never finished it. I was thinking about trying to put a, I think you have to go into debug to access these. And it's also kind of annoying, because you can only have 1 per lot. But I thought it might be cool to put an elevator somewhere. It's just that we can't then put one on the 2nd floor, but we can put like a fake elevator shaft wherever we end up putting it, you know? And that might be good. Okay, so maybe what I'll do is I'll build like a little nook for it, kinda. Because then it helps to break up this long wall. Can you alt place that at all? Or does it not? Oh, you can't alt place them. Okay. You can't even place it on quarter tiles. Is it normal to have elevators in high schools? If you have a big high school, yes, because it's inaccessible to people if there's a 2nd floor. I mean, this is also inaccessible just in general because it's got stairs and there's no ramp because you can't have ramps in The Sims, but if you had a big high school that's new, then yes. Okay, I'm trying to, I got like cat hair in my eye, sorry. I'm trying to decide what I want to make these rooms into. So, Angelique, thank you for the 7-month resub. Thank you so much. Maybe there could be like, well, let me do the windows on that section first. Maybe that's step 1. Up. Okay. And then you go like this. How can I help you, Snap? You're being very needy right now. It's kind of cute. Nurse's office? I don't know. Do you think that that's like so non-functional that it's not worth adding? I always go back and forth with stuff like that when I'm doing these Sims builds where it's like, this would happen in real life, yes, but would it happen in The Sims? Like, is it gonna distract people? Okay, oh my gosh, she just put her butt right in my face. Snap. Oh, I just messed up the wallpaper. So foolish. Okay, well, I'll think about it. I don't really know if I like the concept, but I do like, well, I like the concept. I don't know if I like the idea of it in practice, but we'll see how it goes. It would be nice to have beds for naps. That's true, actually. I guess then your Sims could sleep at school if you had that. And that would be useful. Okay. Yeah, I think I like this extra brick around the corners. I think that that helps a lot. I'm glad that I did that. I was unsure at first. I didn't know if it was gonna look silly, but I don't think it looks silly. Snap just pressed the F1 key and went to manage worlds. It's okay. It could have been worse. There's worse things she could have done. You gonna sit down there now? Okay, everyone, huge moment. She might scream. Oh, you can't even see! Okay, this is a good time to fix it then, actually. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix... It does this all the time, where it, like, tries to... It's like I have to unplug it and then plug it back in. I don't know why this keeps happening. Hold on. Let me fix. There you go. Now you can see. Cat cam. Just as we wanted. My hair has been bothering me so much. It's because of my headphones. It doesn't bother me when I don't have these headphones on, but when I do, it bothers me now. Ever since I cut it, but it's okay. Stay. Huckleberry and Bagels, thank you for the subs. Ethan, thank you so much for the bits. For you and your sister, thank you so much. I'm thinking of her. And Peggy and Smiles, thank you for the resubs too. Okay, let's build. We're back. We're so back. Oh, my hair's back. Okay, try again. So we have the cafeteria, we have the office, we have the computer lab, teacher's lounge. So you think nurse's office in this little section? That might be good, and we could also have, like, potentially, I was gonna put the windows in first, so I could know that it looked good, but potentially there could be, oh, I was gonna say there could be a wall here and there could be a small bathroom right there, but I don't want it to clip through the window, so probably not, actually. That's okay. We'll have to get a bigger bathroom elsewhere. How big is this one? That's not that bad. Okay. That actually could work for the layout. And what does that become? We have the art studio and we have the... I don't know. We can't really make it into another classroom because I think that's gonna glitch the game a little bit. So we want to be slightly careful about doing stuff like that. You think Snap took over my stream? Yeah, she kind of did. It's okay though. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it. Yeah, I'm worried about making it into something that would cause the Sims to behave weirdly, functionally, you know? Have I read subs in a while? Yeah, Tilly, I thought I was caught up. Am I not caught up? Bumble, thank you for the Prime sub. Lizzie, thank you for the 8 months. Well, we're gonna have a gym upstairs. This is the thing, chat. We got all of this. Music, all kinds of things to add up here. I'm sorry if I missed any of your subs. I thought I was caught up, but maybe I'm terrible. I don't know. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm so sorry. And Dino and Antonia, thank you for the subs. I think the gym should be upstairs because we can have showers next to it, which is important. We already have a library. This is the end of the library. We can do a science lab and we can do handiness too. And there can be like a music section as well, which would also be good. This room is huge. Like, unnecessarily huge. We have a computer lab already. There's a lot of things. We can also do, like, potentially just some, I don't know, kind of like generic meeting room type stuff to fill in some space, which would be good. So, yeah, the high school uses 2 classrooms there. Like, so we're gonna have classroom here and classroom here, but I don't really want to have more than that because I don't want to risk glitching anything. Like, I don't want to have, I would like the Sims to use those too. I don't want them to have like one here and one all the way back here or whatever. We want it to be easy to access. Okay, I want to start putting down some random skill stuff because we could maybe have like a debate room as well. I'm thinking perhaps this part becomes the locker room for the school's gym. Although, would they have the locker room first? Like, to access the gym, do you have to go into the locker room? Maybe I won't have it next to it. Maybe you should have to go, it's just next to it and you can access it anywhere. I do like the idea of the locker room being just kind of here. Okay, I think I'm gonna close this off into something. I think that should help us. This becomes a giant space. Yours was lockers across the hall from the gym. Okay. Maybe we could do that then. So maybe there could be like, locker room could be kind of like this. So we have some space for showers and like locker room stuff. And then we have a huge gym in that whole area. I think that helps to just take up space too, which is probably a good thing. I guess this side can be laid out kind of differently then. We probably want to have a bathroom that's publicly accessible from up here. We also have this part right here is where the elevator should be. So maybe we could put, and we could always kind of like pretend a little bit, and maybe we could put a bathroom that's like accessible here, because you can't have more than one elevator in the build. It doesn't let you, like you physically cannot place a second one, otherwise I would. But maybe we could just have another bathroom up here, and this one is accessible in the hallway. Art room would be great. I think we have an art room. Look. We have easel for this art room. This is the nurse's office. Where's the skeleton? I don't know what it's called. Well, in the nurse's office, I'll put like a cot just so I can show you. Nurse's office. We have classroom, library, computer lab, cafeteria, principal's office, teacher's lounge, lots of hallway, 2 bathrooms. What did I say I was gonna go in here? There's gonna be music upstairs, don't worry. Won't the Sims spawn at the lift? I don't know how it works on a community lot like this. Oh, we said science lab, didn't we? This is the science lab. Science lab's in there. So we have to have the music room and the gym upstairs. This is the gym. This is for debate. This is gonna be for the woodworking table, like a handiness, sort of like shop class. And then we'll do, in this space, maybe we could even try to make it like into a fake theater. I wonder if we could have like, hold on. How big are these bathrooms? I'm gonna steal you real quick. I wonder if we could have, why do you do that? Don't do that. Maybe this one can be for like a small music class sort of situation. And then we can have the stage and stuff in here. We make it into like a fake auditorium or something, I don't know. Or this, I mean, I guess originally I thought the square room could be the stage space, but I wasn't sure how the windows were going to be affected by that, so it's probably better. I'm not going to have a full chess room, chat. We're going to put chess tables probably like in some open spaces or like in the library. I wasn't going to make like a dedicated chess room separate. Okay, that seems fine. And we'll put curtains back behind it, so Should be okay. I do have the principal's office. I did not forget about the principal's office. Don't worry. There's actually 2, but one's going to be a teacher's lounge, we're calling it. Okay. I think that this is laid out, honestly. I think it might be okay. Student lounge area. Well, that's what these spaces are. Kind of like open areas. Okay. I'm gonna start thinking about laying out the rest of the exterior of the lot now. Oh, I hate you for this. There we go. Is that clipping inside? No. So we want to have a basketball court. I was thinking about putting the basketball court like in the back corner somehow. Should that even go all the way around? Maybe they have to go this way to get there. And we'll do the basketball court like this. We're gonna put the cheerleading stuff outside, Araya. We're gonna have that stuff outside. Remember how much space we have to fill up on this lot? Like, we literally have a giant lot to try and fill in. So we're trying to make sure that we're leaving ourselves stuff to put out there, you know? Do you think I should try and put 2 basketball courts, or is that ridiculous? It might not be so bad to help take up more space. That kind of thing does happen in real life, so... Go over 1. Maybe you go up 1 too? Okay. Really? What really that happens in real life? You ever seen like on a maybe at a school like this, they might have like a set of like 5 tennis courts or something? That's kind of what I'm channeling right now. Is that not 5. And my high school had 2 tennis courts, I think. That's what I'm trying to do. Sort of say something like that. Oh, Snappy, you're off. They can't even see you. There you go. That's a little better. Sims fan, May, and Lily, and Molly, thank you for the subs. Okay. I am not actually so sure about how this is looking. Do we want to put like... There could be some nice landscaping there in those areas. And maybe there could be something else back here, kinda? I don't know. We'll see. Everybody's been saying they want a garden. I'm kinda undecided on whether or not I like the idea of a garden. I'm trying to mostly prioritize stuff that I know that my Sims will use. I think is why I'm saying that. Like, I'm trying to focus on stuff that I know I'll come here and use. And I know that I'll use basketball courts like this, so. I mean, realistically, based on how I've been doing this, I probably should close that in, but I guess this can be a little bit more asymmetrical, huh? Oh, they'll use the basketball court. Oh, yeah. You know how the Sims are. They will use that basketball court. I'm gonna leave it open like that, I think. Maybe I can have a little gate right there, too. Okay. Should this go all the way to here? That takes up so much more space than I thought it was going to. That's not that bad. Your high school didn't have any outdoor sports areas, but it did have 4 gardens. You had 4 gardens in your high school? They never had anything like that at my school. They had multiple outdoor sports areas. They had baseball, they had football field, they had the tennis courts. That's really interesting and nice as an amenity that they had stuff like that, though. Okay. There's gates in there so they can access them. We'll figure out exact color scheme and placement for those things in a second. Some people have been saying to do a pool like this whole time. I'm still a little bit undecided if I actually want to have a pool or not. I mean, we could maybe have one, but I don't really know what it would look like if we had an outdoor pool. It would be like very long and they would have lines in it for them to like race, right? Well, we can't have an indoor pool, Chad. Listen, I'm either putting a pool outside or I'm having no pool. I'm not trying to add more stuff inside. We're trying to have stuff outside to fill in the exterior of the lot, okay? I'm not gonna go in and add a basement after we already figured out like everything that we already have, you know? I still feel strongly that I don't really want to have them swimming. I don't know if I like that. I mean, and people are saying like, oh, make it an indoor building or something, but even that I'm like kind of unsure about. And chat, what you're all saying about putting a pool on the roof, that doesn't really work because a pool on the roof is a pool inside the building. Does that make sense? It takes away space from the inside. So you can't really do that so easily. Unfortunately. Do US high schools often have pools? Some of them do. Mine didn't. But you see stuff like that sometimes. It's not my personal experience, but some people's do. Okay, I'm gonna add in doors on this side. I'm gonna do basically the same thing that we had over here with the sign. Okay. That should be good. So that's how they can get outside, and it's from the cafeteria. So easy access for them. Okay. Yeah, they had, my high school had like a swim team and stuff, but they practiced at a local pool, like a local like rec center type of place, because we didn't have pools at my school, so. Okay, I don't really know. I think I'm gonna have landscaping that I tuck away in that little section, but we'll see. I think I will also probably have landscaping that I put in this little section. Outdoor eating area. Yeah, there'll be like some tables and stuff for them out here. I'm really trying to decide if I want to have another building, because I don't know. I was very strongly opposed to everybody's pool ideas, but maybe I don't actually hate it. Maybe it would be kind of interesting to have it. And this kind of becomes like an indoor gym. You know, maybe there's like a locker room right here. What if we did this and we put the cheer mats instead of a pool? What if we made this and we put like a big indoor cheer mat? And that becomes like a detached gym for the building. I actually don't even think that's bad. And I like how it gives us something else down here. Okay, that could be interesting. And then if you wanted to have it be a pool, then you could totally swap it, like really easily. But it doesn't have to be a pool in your build. I'll do landscaping right there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've seen quite a few people say things about a greenhouse. I'm still kind of not super obsessed with the greenhouse idea, just because I don't really see myself using that. I'm kind of trying to focus this build on stuff that I think my Sims will use. So I don't really see myself using a greenhouse, so therefore I don't really know if I should. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm sorry, please don't be mad at me. Okay, let's start getting some nice fences built in for landscaping. I think I will have this go all the way up here. Greenhouse for a high school is very fancy. Yeah, seriously. These people would have like a really nice place if they had a greenhouse at a school. Okay, I think I'll probably put some of these like this. Okay. So you're saying you'll probably want like 17 telescopes outside? You know what? That actually reminds me that maybe we could put an observatory. We could probably build out like an intentional section for the observatory. And that might be kind of cool. What if I did it like this and we just put it kind of centered in there? Yeah, the observatory could be on the roof of the gym, but I don't know if I want to put it up high. Like, I just feel like it's gonna look so random on this big flat building that I've made. Does that make sense at all? We might have to think about the shape of that a little bit more. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I am gonna get myself some little windows. Maybe this should get raised up just a couple high. And that might be okay. Too far for Sims to go in the time limit they have? What, to go up, up, up? Yeah, I mean, you probably won't end up using most of this stuff. If we're being realistic, I mean, most of this is probably not gonna get used by me either. This is for a Let's Play? Kinda. I'm gonna use it for my Legacy Challenge that I'm playing on my Twitch channel, or on my, sorry, on my YouTube channel right now. I don't know why I said Twitch. That's not right. Should there be like a covered section right here? Interesting. Maybe. Okay, so that's how you access the gym, and then they have the locker room. I don't think that's so bad. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere, Chad. Does the building need to be taller for the cheerleaders to be thrown in practice? I mean, in practice in The Sims, they don't need to throw anybody, so the mat being this high is fine. They probably shouldn't be throwing anyone in this room, though. It's probably a little bit short for that, like you say. Okay. Let's see. Locker room. I will extend this outward. No, maybe I'll... 3 tiles wide. I'm not gonna sink the floor or anything. We don't need to go realism to that extent, chat. I think that's gonna be like to the detriment of the build if it's that tall. So okay, I think I will put you like one here, one here. Is that fine? No, it looks bad, actually, but it's okay. Music room? Oh, we have that already. We have music room upstairs already. Listen, chat, we have all the things on this build at this point, it sort of feels like. So we're doing just fine. Can I make part of that a gym storage closet? What, in here? Maybe. I don't know. If we really wanted to, we could. I'm not really sure what we'll decorate that room with yet. We're not quite decorating right now. We're just laying stuff out, so we can think about that later on, you know? I think I will use the big stuff instead of having the small freeze, and I'll get columns too. Oh, thanks, Marley. I'm glad you like it. I feel like it's turning out kind of cool, so I'm glad that you think so. Okay, I don't know if this is too fancy because we don't have any of that on the main building, but... Add a skating rink? I don't think we have space for a skating rink anymore. I've seen some people say that we should add a skating rink, but I don't know if we have space for that now because we've already filled in most of the exterior. Okay, I think I will use these staircases. Kind of like that. I originally had thought about doing staircases on the side, but I might have one big staircase going all the way up the front. Okay. Sadie and Lizzie and Andre and Emma and Foxy, thank you for the resub. Sarah, Rinny, Big Lex, Turtle, Sims Fan, May, and Lily, thank you so much. Okay. Just kind of weird looking. I'm a little bit intimidated by this building, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my goodness. All right, let's start trying to get a little bit of landscaping in. Oh, I never put the front door. That too. Okay. If I do it like this, now that it's undercover, we can use this door again, which is good. Okay. Let's see about more landscaping. Put a big flag in the front. Yeah, we thought about having like either a fountain or a flag post or both. Lots of options for things to put in the front up there. It's the cheerleader mat in that room, Arch. It's not a pool. It's just the cheer mat. Your high school had a botany class, so you had a small greenhouse. Wow, I've seen a few people say that they had greenhouses then. I find that so interesting. We did not have anything like that at my high school. Okay. A flag, that's normal to you? What, is there not any flags at schools at all where you're from? I know I grew up in America, so my perspective's a little bit warped. We had to say the Pledge of Allegiance every day in school, but it's a government-owned building. I don't think that's so weird to have a flag. Okay, I'm gonna put a set of dumpsters in this little section, I think. Way to have just more on the side so it's not so flat. Every day? Yeah, every day. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Dumpster. I don't really know if we need to have it be this big though, I guess, huh? Maybe I'll make it smaller. Like this big. Okay. And then we put this here. And then a little fence gate. Be prepared, security gate. Wow, okay. You have, yeah, I've heard that about in Texas. You have to like say a Texas specific one too. That's wild to me. Absolutely wild to me. And I'm from Florida, so I know about wild. Spiffy, Sabrina, Jasmine, thank you for the resubs, everybody. The school you went to did not have flags, but in elementary school you had to sing "Oh Canada" every morning. Really? That's so interesting. Yeah, we didn't have to sing "Oh Canada." They did play the Star Spangled Banner. We didn't have to sing it, but they would play it. They used to do that while they were playing it in middle school. They would do the dress code checks in like your homeroom class or whatever. So they did make us listen to our national anthem at school, but they used it as like a opportunity to dress code people. Literally, it was like, okay, stand out like this, and then they would check that your shirt didn't ride up, and then you would put your arms down next to your sides, and then check that your shorts were long enough to go past your fingertips while the national anthem was playing. It sounds kind of wild when you say it out loud, doesn't it? Is that clipping? Bad. Don't clip. Okay, I don't want it to clip that way either, though. All directions of clipping are bad. Maybe you get sized down. It's still big. Yeah, while the national anthem is playing, it sounds kind of dystopian when you say it like that, doesn't it? Yeah. It happens in a lot of American schools, though. It's not just my school that did that. You didn't even have a dress code, really? Yeah, they were very strict about the dress code at my school. Extremely strict about the dress code at my school. Oh, I think that's actually really nice. Claire, thank you for the resub. Thank you so much. Okay. Your school has none? Really? Well, yeah, a lot of you have uniforms at your schools, don't you? So talk about a dress code. Your school had a dress code, but no one cared? That's interesting. They mostly didn't care in high school about the dress code, but in middle school, so when you were like 11 to 13, they really cared about the dress code in middle school. Not so much when we were younger. Older, I mean, in high school they didn't care. At least they didn't check it as much. They still had a dress code, but it wasn't like strict like that, you know? I'm sure that if you were wearing like something, I don't know. I'm picturing like if you had like a swear word on your shirt, you'd probably get yelled at, or like, you know, stuff like that. But not really. Okay, I'm trying to decide what other sorts of landscaping we want to get, and also maybe once we pick the flooring, it'll come together a bit more. I'm not really sure what you... Honestly, the Castle Estate stuff is actually not even that bad, but I don't really want to use that in particular. It might be better to have like... maybe like this. Huh. Can you go all the way up this way? I don't really like how this is looking so much. This is the problem with the one that's 3 tiles wide, is it just kind of complicates. It's actually like so many, it's 4 tiles wide, but it kind of complicates how you're able to lay them all out and like where stuff should go. Now it looks kind of bad back here. What do you think about it from the front? Is that okay, the color scheme? Oh, let me get a fountain. Because maybe once we have that, it'll kind of come together a bit more. How about like one of the big fountains? Maybe I will use a base game thingy then. Okay, probably not one that has flowers. The flower one is probably a bit much. We could use this one. And it comes in kind of like that brown color. Why I want that, who knows? We make it a little bit bigger. Maybe they have some landscaping lining the sides of this. Yeah, and they can sit on this fountain as well, which is kind of cool. I mean, look at other flooring. And they can you prank this one? Can they like add bubbles to it? Do you know? Oh wait, not if we're gonna have the pathway go right through there. Whoops. Okay, that's like marble, which might be bad. But it also might be good. Who's to say? So maybe I'll try and have you get moved. I don't know what I'll do with that part just yet. That is like kind of really fancy. I might get rid of all of that too. I'm trying to have less stone. Should you all go away? No, I don't like how it's shaped. Uh-oh. I don't like the single tile of this. And I don't really want it to be one tile bigger either. Should I move this? I don't really know. I think that there should be a different stone underneath these too. Oh yeah, we'll get bicycle parking. We'll for sure do some bike stuff. That'll be good. I like it. Julia and Aorta and Sophia and Ben and Barry, thank you for the resubs. Katie and Rosebud and Halsey. Scared Shrimp. Melanie, thank you for the resubs. Scared Shrimp, that, I relate. Okay. Do we have asphalt for the basketball court? I don't know. I mean, this is just like regular concrete. We have some different things if we wanted to do like a, I don't really know what kind of texture it's gonna be. How do you feel like this looks from afar? Is it okay? Should this get shrunk? They can still use that, right? Okay, I think that's fine. Why is there a cot in the school? Oh, the people were begging me to have a nurse's office. So that's just like a placeholder to show off what it's gonna be eventually. Okay, still super, super unsure about this whole section. Well, you know what? It doesn't necessarily have to have an entrance over to this side. It was symmetrical before, but now you can't see it as well because of the trees. So we could just cover it up. Maybe, oh, Snap's being so cute. We could just cover the whole thing up. And there's two entrances in the middle and up there, maybe. Because if we did it like this, we could maybe even get rid of a little bit. I don't know if I like that though. I think I liked it before. Go back. All of it, go back. I think I'm overthinking it. I think my complaints about the lines is sort of silly. Like, I don't know why I'm so worried about them. I need to calm down with that. Hey there, it's Sweet Music Woman. Thank you for the resubs too. Okay. That's good. Let's get basketball hoops. The doors are different distances from the planter? What do you mean? This one's in the middle because it's 3 tiles wide, and these 2 are on the edges. Do you understand? It's on purpose for the sides. Okay. It is symmetrical when you look at it from out here. Okay. Am I gonna add benches? Probably. I'm not really necessarily trying to furnish this part fully right now. I'm kind of just trying to lay everything out at the moment and figure out where all the stuff is gonna go, and then we'll start furnishing it afterward. Kate, I'm not really making this school for any particular reason, no. I just kind of have been wanting to build a high school for a while. If I'm being perfectly honest with you. I've just been meaning to do it for a while. And now that I'm about to start the next generation of my legacy challenge that I'm playing on YouTube, I thought, oh, man, it'd be good to do it now, I guess, because then we'll have more stuff. But really, it's just that I kept saying, I'm going to build a high school soon. I'm going to build a high school soon, and then I never did it. And now I'm finally doing it. So that's the reason. I've just been meaning to, so I finally am. Okay. Go away. Do we want to have like basically a slightly bigger square sort of thing going on? Because we could maybe have some landscaping like this. The windows are not from high school years. The windows are from university, actually. This isn't really a limited pack build either, I'm sorry. I've used quite a few packs on this one, unfortunately. Okay, it's nice to have a big, wide open space for your Sims because I speak from experience when I say they will end up using this. They are very, very, very glad to have places to just stand. You've probably seen them when they first get to high school. They kind of just like stand around. So this will be good for us to have. Maybe I will put this and just have it make a big walkway to get off the edge of the path. I mean, we could also... Maybe I'll have a secondary access to this from over here. Okay, and yeah, there'll be benches and stuff, don't worry. We will do stuff like that too. Maybe don't go there. No, stop. I don't really think I like how this looks. Kind of undecided with that whole thing. I think it's probably best if it's just the one tile, right? I don't know. I tend to overthink these things. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. We'll do some trees too. I did just save, but I'll save again, chat, because you're asking me to. Pixie, royalty, thank you for the subs. I appreciate it. You know, Dr. Link, the last time I tried to do that with roof pieces to make like a ramp, the problem with doing that is that when you put the roof pieces in there, and then you know when you go down like a floor and then it disappears or whatever, I was having a lot of trouble with stuff like that when I tried to do that last. I really wish that there was a way to make an actual ramp, like so you could make an actual accessible entrance. I really, really wish that that was a real feature in The Sims 4. I think that would be so amazing, and it's very annoying that we don't have that right now. Because I would really like to do that in more of my builds. We end up talking about this kind of thing all the time when we're building on stream, and we just don't have really the ability to do it. Okay, that's fine. What do you think about that? Is that okay? With all these trees, or is it too busy? I think that's kind of nice. And we could do maybe like some small bushes. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna raise up the trees that I just placed too. I think that'll help us. I'm gonna get some bushes in here though. Size down? Oh, the trees? You think they should be sized down? Let me place bushes first and then I'll think about it. I am gonna raise them up so that they are not buried in these bushes. Okay. Just a couple more pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about 6? Yeah, put it up 6. 6. That's not so bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wish that you could size them down like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. Wish you could size them down more, I don't know, like varied. I wish that there was more ways that you can make it seem like they're slightly different sizes without mods and stuff, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do think that this looks good with them sized down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I have them rotated a little bit. I varied the rotation already, Yen, so that helps. That's like landscaping pro tip number 1 is to like vary how they're rotated so it tries to not look so identical. Looks hopefully a little bit less like the same thing over and over again. I think that's nice, and if there's some benches out here, I feel like that'll be useful. Right? Maybe I'll get some more bushes here. Okay. Thee and Lauren and Boba, thank you for the resubs, everybody. The school is fancy. It is. It is very fancy. You think rotating the hedges helps a bit too? What, like these pieces? I'll be honest, I don't usually bother with these pieces to rotate them because I feel like it's so hard to tell when they're all together like that. How do you edit the high school lot? Oh, you can just click, you can just go into build mode. You don't even need cheats to do the high school lot in The Sims 4. It's not like the other community lots that are a little bit more complicated. I'm here for Manage Worlds just in build mode. Editing them. Okay, a couple more of these. We'll get to actual terrain paint under them too, but we'll do that last, not now. We will not do that now, but we'll do it later on. This is one well-funded high school. Yeah, seriously. Okay, I think I might give them another fountain. Is it a mistake? Maybe. But I think that they should have one. I think that it would be nice if they had another fountain right there. Takes up more space. Are promposals a real thing or just a Sims thing? I did not ever know anyone that had like a proper promposal. I feel like it probably does happen, but it's not like a thing that happens to everyone. It's real, but like maybe not necessarily like super common, you know? You know, of one person. Yeah, I picture that kind of thing happening between like maybe a couple that's been together for a little bit already. And then they have like a promposal thing because one of them probably wants it, you know? Happens a ton in Utah, really interesting. Yeah, it probably is a regional thing too, like you said. I bet it's not, it's hard to make a generalized statement about the whole country because everybody lives in very different places and it's very different everywhere. It's what I picture though is like maybe it's like a little sign like it is in The Sims and here's a candy bar, come to prom with me. But no one I knew had that happen. I don't know. I did see a couple. One of them, the biggest and in my opinion most embarrassing one that I ever witnessed, and it made me cringe deeply, was this one guy. I was like a freshman in high school and he was older because they would have been seniors going to prom. So I didn't know who he was. I just saw him do it. But he stood on the cafeteria table and had his guitar out and he like sung a song, I don't know what song, and asked his girlfriend to prom. And I guess that's cute, but in my mind I was like, this is so embarrassing. Like you're standing on the table and everybody's in here in the cafeteria. But like that was the only one that I remember ever happening in high school. I'm sure it happened more than that. But that was the only one that I remember. That one really stood out to me in my mind. Did she say yes? Yeah, she must have. I think they were dating. Like, they were already together. Like, they were going to prom together anyway, you know? So it's like a formality. I know, it's like you admire the confidence, huh? But that's not, that made me, like, so, scared. Very, very scared. Okay. I think we've got a lot of the outside laid out then, which is good. I'm feeling better about this. You had a real proposal at your prom and she refused? Oh my God, like an actual engagement proposal at prom? Oh my. The public refusal of a proposal is so scary. This is why you do not propose to people that you haven't already decided that you're gonna be like getting married to. Like, you have these discussions together before you do that. You never propose if you don't know the answer for 100% certain. Like, you've already heard it out of their mouth, the answer, before you propose. Oh, that's scary. Shatter and Serenity and Captain, thank you for the resubs. Yeah, not even hinting. You need to, like, actually have discussed it together, you know? The proposal can be a surprise, but like the proposal part, not the engagement, you know? Okay, I think... Where's the TwitchCon vlog? I don't even know if I'm gonna post it. I filmed a bunch of stuff. It's not very good though, is the problem. And we haven't had time to edit it because I just got back. So you have to bear with me. We're not quite there yet. I don't know what to put on the roof. I end up using the gravel texture a lot for roofs. I don't know if that's really good, but I don't know. Skylight? Yeah, having something like that. The problem is it's very like, it's very big and flat, and a lot of these rooms, I don't really know if I would want to have a skylight in them. Maybe I should put one big platform. What does this look like? Like, what kind of trims do we have for the platform? You can do it in that color. We could make it white. I might not end up keeping this. I'm just trying to think of ways to maybe have it be like a little bit more dimension, and then we can have there be skylights sunken in them. I don't know. Solar panels? Maybe. The problem with solar panels is that there's only a couple swatches on them. So I find them kind of hard to use because there's such limited swatches that it's like kind of weird. We'll put air ducts and stuff. That's a given too. I'm mostly trying to think about like, I'm trying to think bigger than the standard stuff. Do you think it looks good on the side that it has the extra little white section? I can't decide. I think so. And then we'll be able to have the sunken skylights like the people are begging for. Skylights are one of those things in The Sims where it's like, people are obsessed, like flat out obsessed. I really don't know if I'm gonna keep this though, so please do not get upset with me and or yell at me if I get rid of the skylights, okay? I'm gonna look and see, but it might not be something that I keep, and please don't yell, okay? I know that we get excited about skylights, but please. Please, I'm just one person. Oh no. Okay. So, come back. A little wallpaper, please, 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 please. Okay, I wanted to get this. And then I was gonna see. Emphasis on see about the skylight thing. The floor window in Island Living. Well, that's what I was gonna use originally, Destiny, that floor window from Island Living. The problem is, it's not gonna fit here. I might use it and like layer it. The other option to do stuff like this with is to have like, you can't do it with this, okay? Oh my God, I hate this game. It's gonna break my heart. What if the library was 2 stories? No, we're not gonna make the library 2 stories. I know that people want that, but this is gonna be like a stage. There's gonna be a stage in here for the music room. This is the library. We have a lot of stuff that we wanna add inside. So we're not gonna mess with that too much. Okay, Island Living. I'm looking for the little thingy. It's called this crystal clear item. Everyone says you can size it down, but I feel like it still has visual glitches when you try and do that. So I don't even know if that's true about sizing it down. What I will probably end up doing instead is like moving these over. I don't even want this. I don't know why I'm like, it doesn't fit, and I don't want it to be symmetrical. Like, I don't want it to be on both sides. I don't even know if I like it. I might end up using one of the other roof pieces and flattening it. I need to see. Okay. Maybe once I add in a couple more things up here that are less silly, goofy, maybe it'll look better. I have some of these things, and this might be good too. the roof and turn it into glass. Well, so that's what I was just gonna show you. When you take the roof piece and turn it into glass, it's good, but like to a point, because sometimes it doesn't fit on the short section that we have of our platform. I don't really know what kind of ductwork I want to put on this. Glass dome type skylight? I don't know if I want to put a whole glass dome. I think that might be a little bit much. A sunken level for air ducts? What, for those? Like put another level? Could the roof trim be cream? Well, I made it white on purpose to match the white on the inside of the windows. It could be cream. It also could be non-existent. But I was making it white on purpose to match. I mean, these colors are also kind of ick. But I had made it the lighter color on purpose. Glass dome skylight would eat in a 2-story library. Oh my God, they're not gonna drop it. I don't want to put a glass, first of all, your library, that's not gonna happen, would be over here, and I don't want to have a glass dome like randomly on the top of, well, that's floating, but I don't want to put it just on one side. You know? Oh my God, the people are gonna be so mad at me for this. It's terrible. I don't really even think that I want to have... I can't. I can't. I don't think it's gonna happen for us. I mean, we could maybe have some bits of glass. I don't know. This is one of those things where like you have to plan to have this when you're building it from scratch, I think. It's hard to like retrofit it in after you've already organized rooms. Okay. I don't know. Should it be 2 of them? I don't know. I feel like it's kind of random. That's the gym, so it's not the worst thing in the world to have like a nice skylight set up in the gym. But I don't know if it makes sense. I just feel like it is really, really random to add them in. I always feel like people get really excited about glass roofs, but I never know how to make them work in actual practice. Like, it's fine in theory, but then when you start putting it in for real, I always feel like it's just kind of odd. Maybe it would be better if we just had one in the entryway. And we did just one. I don't know. And then make it rid of these. Well, you can't put it in the cafeteria because the oh my God. The cafeteria it has a second floor. So, I guess it makes more sense right there. It still is kind of random, but I think it would have a triangle skylight, not a flat one. Yeah, but I don't want to have I'm trying to minimize it. I don't want to have like a tall skylight, you know? I don't even like the skylight. I'm trying... Chad, I'm trying to compromise. It's being kind of laggy too as I'm doing this. It's kind of scaring me. I always really struggle with putting the glass roof pieces in with stuff like this. Like, I don't really want to have it be big. Maybe on the art room, like over here. You want another one? I know a lot of people have been trying to say we could put it on the art room. I'm still not sure if I like it. I don't know. Doorway that leads to rooftop tables, but like rooftop up here? You think there should be like rooftop access on the top? Doesn't that feel kind of random though? I don't know. I agree that having it like a skylight in the art room would be like nice, but that's kind of the least of my concerns. My concern is with the roof and like what the roof is looking like. And I'm feeling like, well, first of all, I don't even like the platform, so, but I'm feeling kind of like it's just, I don't know, it's so big and flat, like, but that's normal. This is the problem. Like when you look at stuff like this in real life, it is big and flat and it's probably stained and like gross up there. But when you're looking at it in The Sims, it's so obvious and there that you want to add stuff to it, you know? Okay. Anyway, I don't really want to put a rooftop hangout on this place either. I'm really trying to focus on things that I think I'll actually use with my Sims. I'm not trying to shut your ideas down, chat, I promise. I'm just trying to like really think about what am I going to use when I play here, you know? I don't know. Some people were saying before that we should have solar panels. I don't really like how the solar panels look that much either. Looks like a robot. Do you think it does from above? Oh my gosh. It kind of does a little bit. I can see it. I can see what you mean. Okay, put one of those. Maybe we could have something like this up here too. No, maybe you could put that like in the middle of the roof though. Some things like that. I don't know. Raven, Laura, Sarah, Lottie, thank you for the resubs. Thank you so much. Yeah, while you're playing, you're not going to look at the roof very much. It doesn't really matter in that sense, but it does matter to me right now. Oh, we had talked about the flag and we didn't do that. I know that there's like a giant flagpole. This probably should have been central though, huh? Like in the middle here. What if instead, what if we had like 2 sets of flags on either side? Maybe it's like a school flag. I don't know. Does that look okay? Honestly, I kind of like how it looks from the front. How does that look on the gallery preview? Not that it really matters, but, oh, okay. You can definitely tell it's meant to be a high school. Okay, that's helpful. Should we do some more flags in the back somewhere? No. You think a bit higher? Oh, higher than this? Should it be? What height do people hang stuff like that? I don't know how it works. I don't know. I don't know. Freezy, thanks for the 20 months. I'm in my overthinking it era again. I think it being in line with that is good. Because I don't think I would just put it up. Right? I feel like it being in line with the sign is good. Have you ever left the overthinking era? No. I live in the overthinking era. I live there. When did I last save? Just a couple minutes ago. In the middle of my roof crisis, we saved. But we'll save again. It doesn't hurt to save again. Okay, so I think that I want to have some benches out here. I don't really know what kinds. I do like those. Maybe we just put 4 of them. Kind of like that on the sides. Maybe we could get a trash can or 2. How do you look? Kind of bad, but I'm just gonna stick it in the corner so it doesn't matter that much. stone benches. I don't think it needs to be that fancy. I mean, I think that the stone benches, I don't really even know if I like a lot of them. Plus the color gets kind of funky. The ones that I'm thinking of are from romantic garden stuff, and they don't even show up in the bench category. Do they show up here? Romantic garden? No. Outdoor seating. Yeah, see, they have these, but they're not really... I don't think I want to have, like, fancy marble, do I? I mean, I guess I could. And we could try and, like, push them back so it looks built in, but... Any without the back? Yeah, these don't have a back to them. Do you think that's better? They can also sit on the fountain, so... And these match the fountain, I guess, so it's not the worst. I guess it does match the fountain. So maybe that's not bad. Mandalay, thank you for the 51 months. Thank you so much. Okay, I like that. The fountain and the benches are from Romantic Garden Stuff, by the way, if you're looking for them. Both are from Romantic Garden Stuff. We talked about trying to get bikes as well. I'm not super sure where the bike rack is going to go with how we've laid all this out. So we might want to think that through real quick. I wonder if we could like intentionally put it kind of, oh, I don't know. What if we just put them kind of like in the front of this section? We make it big and then we put all the bikes there. I kind of want to have like a fence around it though. Bikes by the bin area. You think we should put it on the side? I kind of want to have it in the front so it's like visible. BB dot show live edit objects. Okay, let's look at debug from For Rent, please. Econ and Poopy, thank you for the resubs. Yours is at the back of your school, is it? That doesn't surprise me. I'm trying to remember at my school. I don't remember where they were. But it's not so much about like that, I guess. It's more just where do we want to put them for this where it's visible? And kind of like where does it need something to make it look more finished, you know? I kind of like the idea of them being in the front. I'm just sort of trying to decide what that will entail. Like, can I put a bike rack kind of there and then have like a little fence around it or something? I don't know what kind of fence. This fence? And we put the bikes there. And I guess we could have more. That makes sense if there was a bike rack where like every entrance goes. Oh, this is in the middle of the path. Uh-oh. These bike racks are from the For Rent debug, if you're looking for them. Okay, is that a kid's bike? Because if so, I do not want the kid's bike. It's not a kid's bike. Okay. So we'll just line these up as best we can. Do you want to put, maybe we do like that many of them and we leave one open? Trees don't grow through sidewalks? Yeah, they probably wouldn't have paved straight over that. I'm just guessing, but probably not, right? I guess that's pretty good for like adding some extra more colorful stuff to the front, right? Should I have put two of them? I guess I can't really fit two of them with how I've done this, huh? I don't like the fence. I don't know what fence to use instead, but I don't like this fence. I'm like, should I put a hedge? No? Should there be a shorter fence? Like, how do I find debug stuff so quick? There's just some things that I know, which probably is not helpful to you, but there's just some stuff that like I know what I'm looking for, so I know where to look for it, you know? We could just use the smaller high school years fence, maybe. I guess there could also be no fence. Maybe the way that we have this laid out is bad. Like, maybe they need to move for it to look less bad. It actually would fit pretty nicely if we put them on like either side of this. Do you think having them in the courtyard here is bad or no? It's probably bad. The other idea that I had was to put them like here, kind of in front of the sidewalk. And I don't think that that's bad either. And that was my original idea. How many can I fit? I don't know. Again with the overthinking, huh? Classic. Classic overthinking. Okay. Well, once we fill this all in, maybe it'll look okay. Maybe there could be a fence behind it now. And this way you can see them from the front. And that's kind of what we wanted. Like, we wanted to see them from the edge of the lot because I think that looks cool. So, oh. I have to alt place them again. Okay. Does that even look okay? Maybe it should have been further over again. Like, what if we line it up to right here? You go away. So it's not touching it so much. Kind of like that. Do you think there should be a... Oh my god, what did I do? Do you think there should be a sidewalk, like, right here? You think it looks better without a fence? Oh, really? I was trying to put the fence in because I was trying to have at least something. I feel like in my mind it needs to have something to make it look more finished. Some flower pots or garbage cans between. Oh, we could maybe put like a bush or something. That could work. Brick half wall. Oh, we could do a half wall using the brick color. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. This is what I was picturing when you said you want to plant in between them. So that's what you're gonna get. Okay, let me try a half wall. We could also do this and then have, oh my god, it's lagging. Let me save. We could do this and then have some like debug end pieces, which would also be good. Uh-oh. Tried to crash, that was kind of scary. Okay. I guess it can be a little bit shorter this way too. No, why did you just put yourself on a foundation? What the heck? That's nonsense. Okay. And then we'll put something like that there. We can look at some more of the debug things to have the end pieces. Can make a planter from half walls instead of a fence. Like make a whole planter? You think so? I don't know. There's so many things that you could do with this, and it's very overwhelming as you sit here trying to figure out like what it should look like and what we should put. I find the whole thing very, very, very intimidating. I guess maybe I will use these pieces and I'll just get a slightly taller half wall. Is that the right height? Yeah, there you go, like that. And then I'll pick some sort of half wall trim that matches a bit better. Oh, of course none of them do. That would just make too much sense. That's fine. We can just stick to it like that. I think that's fine. Okay. And I think it's a decent height. And you're right, it's like the height that your sim could maybe sit on it or something like... I think it's pretty good for that purpose. Okay, I'll have these be full of bikes. Just one of them is missing. And we'll pick a variety of different bike colors. Maybe you could be that blue one, and then you could be the purple one. Okay. That seems nice. The kids all bike to school. And I think it helps fill in more of the lot, maybe. Maybe. Should I put a trash can? Maybe I could put it behind it a little bit. Easy access. Okay, I don't know. If you built the high school again, you would make it way smaller so it's faster to get around. That makes sense. When I do the rebuilt high schools, honestly, the ones that I've built before that I play in, I literally never come upstairs. Like, literally never. In this case, like, you need these 2 rooms and this room pretty much, but otherwise, most of it's, like, not necessary. Which I guess could be good, could be bad. I don't know. But at least it's, all the important stuff is right near the front. Should I put 3 benches out there? I don't know. Forget the upstairs is there. Yeah, see, but you don't really need it as much. It's more like if you're staying after school, you know? You didn't get a stream notification today? Oh, that's very rude of Twitch to do that. I'm sorry. I've been live for a couple hours. We've worked on most of the exterior of this high school that we're trying to rebuild. I think we're kind of getting somewhere with the outside. It's mostly ready on the outside, with the exception of like a few little details here and there that I'm gonna go through and try and add now. And then we can go back and start working on the inside, which will be fun. You didn't either? That's so weird. I've seen more than one person tell me that they didn't get my Twitch notifications this week. It makes me wonder if there's like something wrong, or if maybe you like, did you turn them off by accident? I don't know how it works. Twitch, you can't do that. Very mean. Twitch, please. The people are trying to watch us play Sims. Okay. That's halfway decent. I don't really know if I'm gonna have windows on the side, so I guess I'll figure that out once I place the interior stuff. Oh, that's what I did before that was weird. We put a fence inside. Okay. Leah, thank you for the sub. Thank you so much. You got it right at 4? Good. I'm glad that it worked for you then. That's helpful. Rely on the schedule and Discord notifications. Yeah. Twitch is weird like that, so I don't blame you. Okay, should we start working on the interior? What do you want to do first? Maybe we should pick like a flooring and then go from there. Should it be wood floor? Because it's meant to be like an older building. I feel like we could do mostly wood floor, and we could have some bits of like fancy marble. I'll show you kind of what I mean by that. But like there's this big rug decal thing from high school years. We could try and put this on the floor. And the story goes, if you step on this, you don't graduate. At least based on how my college was. At my university, they had something like this, like a fancy seal in the floor, kind of with tile. And it was right in the middle of the student union, and they had it all fenced off, and you weren't allowed to walk across it. You had to walk around it, and everybody said, oh, if you step foot on it, you won't graduate. It's just like, you know, rumor. They're not gonna like kick you out. It's like a bad luck thing. Okay. And then maybe we could look at the high school years tile again. It does have other bits of tile. I just don't really like it. I've seen some places, there's like an archway at their college, and they're like, oh, you can't walk under it until you graduate. Like, people have all kinds of little rumors, don't they? It's kind of funny. Okay. Maybe we do... There could be marble just in general. Ziggy, we're gonna do it from the 25th to the 28th. I posted all kinds of information everywhere on like all of my social media everywhere if you're looking for it. If you missed it, we're trying to organize a fundraising event called Simmers for Palestine. And the idea is to do another fundraiser for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, because I did one by myself back in January, and I was gonna do it again, but after I saw a bunch of the creators come together for that Creators for Palestine event back like last month, I thought maybe the Sims community could do something like that. Like maybe we could come together as a community with the Sims and do a fundraiser. And so I'm asking people if they are interested in either A, hosting their own fundraiser as a creator, or like just helping to share the link and stuff. We're trying to do it around the release of the new expansion pack is kind of the idea. So hence why it's at the end of the month. And we are announcing it a little bit early on purpose to give people more time if they wanted to be involved. So that's the plan. We've been working on it for a while. So my friend Steph and I kind of brainstormed this one up together. And both Steph, her name is Stepho Sims, and also my friend Rochella helped a lot with like graphics behind the scenes. So anyway, hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it goes well. I have high hopes. I think that we can do a lot of good together. So that is the plan. But my fundraising live streams will be like after the pack release, you know, that's the point. So the 60,000 already is because I hooked it up to my previous fundraiser from earlier in the year. I figured out just use my same fundraiser link, like instead of making a new one. So I hooked up my existing fundraiser that we raised like 55,000 that day back in January. And then there's been like $4,000 of donations while we've been offline kind of. But I hooked it up to my previous one, which is why it looks like there's a high number. But the Sims community has raised that much money already. So that's the idea. Okay, let's keep thinking about all of this. I actually don't really like the tile under there. Do you think it's weird to have the tile in the middle of the wood floor? What's the cheat for this lot type? You don't have to cheat, Coffee and Oat Milk. You can just build on this lot. You don't have to do a cheat or anything. Okay, there's lots of yeses and lots of nos. So I don't know. I don't like the tile though. That's the problem. I don't really like this with the tile, I think is maybe the bigger issue. Let me look at some more of the high school years stuff, because there is wallpaper from high school years. And maybe it has to do with the color that we've chosen that's making it kind of a problem. Because if we had more of the... Oh, it's very beige now. That's no good. These tiles look really good when you mix them intentionally with... Oh. Interesting. They look good with the tile that comes with high school years, but I don't know if I really want to use the tile from high school years. I also don't really want to have like... Oh, this is terrible. Do you think it's okay if it's white, even though the tile around it is beige? Stone staircases? I hate the stone staircases. I just find this like so icky. All of them, even like these ones are from the castle pack. I don't know if I can bring myself to do that. I think we need to have wood accents, kind of like the front door. I don't know. I think also that if we had some sort of... What kind of railing would they have in this building? I feel like in real life they probably would have the stairs tiled or whatever, kind of like these are, but you just don't have enough swatches in The Sims to do that. Like the colors are not there to achieve that. I really think I want to have wood. Maybe I could put the wood further out like this and there could be a smaller section of tile. You had concrete staircases because they were outside? Yeah, at my high school, the staircases were all outside too. because our buildings were kind of like, the hallways were all outside, like the doors were outside to the classrooms. So that was very normal to me. But this is obviously interior. It's all one inside building, so. Okay, high school years. I want to look at some more of the like cabinets because there are a couple nice things like this. And we could maybe use these cabinet items. And that could be kind of fun. Would an archway be weird? Well, this is open kind of a lot. Also, we probably want to have a different wallpaper in here because it's going to be like double height, so we'll see about that too. And Bam and Week and Be Good Mary and Morg, thank you for the resubs. Okay. I will figure out a different color for this then. Outdoor schools are bizarre to you? Yeah, it's very different depending on where you're from. It might seem quite weird, but it's normal to me. I'm from Florida. We got all kinds of outdoor stuff like that. Schools only ever had fire escapes outside. All the other staircases were inside. Yeah, I mean, like the whole school was outside. Let me see if I can find a picture of like I'm Googling outdoor school staircase. Oh no. Outdoor school hallway. These are not really what I'm envisioning. Oh, here we go. Kind of something like this is what my school was like. Mine wasn't brick though, like this, but imagine like these are classrooms and the doors are outside. And then the staircase is outside. There is a second floor only, but then like the staircase is outside too. I don't know, hot climate, so they do that. And it's covered, they have like a roof cover right here over all the sidewalk walkways. How do they make sure it's safe? Like for people to not get into the classrooms? It's kind of like you have to come through, imagine if there's like fences and stuff around the whole building. And there's like lots of small buildings that are all connected by fence. So you have to walk through like the front door of like the office to come in and like check in and then go outside again. Doesn't mean it's safe, but they don't have like one individual front door though. But it's kind of like it's all gated in and then all the hallways are outside. So if I were to build my school in The Sims, I would have like, this is a classroom building and it's separate and there's like a bunch of different classroom buildings. Very different from this. I've never seen a school like this in real life, to be honest, but it's what you see in the movies. So this is what you see in the films and that's what I want to build. So plus it's more functional for your Sims to have it be close together like this. Anyway, and Bam, thank you for 11-month resub. Thank you so much. Checking into school sounds so weird. Well, not the students don't have to check in. It's more like, well, you would after school started. Once school has started, then you would have to, if you like showed up late, you'd have to check in. But they have like a check-in desk if like a person came to visit the school and like drop something off, or if, I don't know, maybe like there's a guest speaker coming for something, or, you know, they would check in, but visitors would sign in. Just a main office area. I don't think that's that weird. Does that not happen at your school in a different country? Your high school was a circle and all the hallways were in the middle and the classrooms on the outside. Really? That's so interesting. In my middle school, they had like a circle-shaped building and the library was in the middle, and then there was classrooms. There was like basically like circle library, hallway fully around the whole circle, and then like classrooms across like jutting out from the circle, except they had to demolish it and rebuild. That was like the main school building from the old school when it was first built. And after I graduated middle school, but before my siblings went there, they had to demolish it because of like a fire code issue, because the library was like central within the building. There wasn't like outdoor access from it. So they got rid of it and they built a new main entrance and a new library that was bigger. But while I was at school, my 6th and 7th grade year, that was a library. And then by 8th grade, they weren't allowed to let you in that building anymore, in the library. I mean, people still had classrooms on the outside. but they had to move the library to a different room. It was like they put the library, like downsized it into 2 classrooms that they demolished a wall between. And that was the whole library for my 8th grade year and then for a couple of years while they built the new library and main entrance building. Isn't that weird? What would happen if it rained at lunch and stuff? Where would you go? Well, we have an indoor cafeteria. At my school, they had kind of like this. They had a cafeteria inside, and then like outdoor seating, but you would just walk, maybe your classroom is in this building. Imagine when I was in high school and middle school, imagine if they had like a covered walkway though. Like it would be kind of like this to get, oh no, wrong place. It would be kind of like this to get between the buildings. They had like the sidewalk had a roof on it. So you could go from your classroom to the cafeteria under the covered sidewalk. And then you would go in the cafeteria that was separate. Anyway, you did not have an indoor cafeteria. You ate outside on the floor or on benches. And if it rained, you ate in the gym. Oh, where did they serve food? Like, did they have like food that was being sold? Was that inside, but there just wasn't any seating in there because it was small? Yeah, they did have an indoor cafeteria at my high school. Oh, bye, Snap. See ya. No more cats, apparently. You had a smoking area? You know what? That's so interesting to me because they would never have had a smoking area at school. Never, ever, 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 ever would they have had a smoking area at school. So it's very interesting to hear about like that happening at other places, like a dedicated one, I mean. Because that would not happen in America, I don't think. But a lot of other places, like a lot of people smoke, I guess. And also, I think a lot of people have like spots where like everybody goes there to smoke. But it's not like, the school didn't say that it was okay. That didn't really happen when I was in school, though. When I was in high school, like people hadn't really started vaping as much. And now they have huge problems with like trying to get everyone to stop vaping in the bathrooms, obviously. But that wasn't really happening when I was in high school yet. I was a little bit before that. So that was not happening as much. I'm sure some people did, but definitely not a lot. Like, yeah, we were like right between it didn't happen back then as much. So anyway, I've been talking too much and barely building. Oh, that makes sense. Definitely interesting. Had a lot of portable buildings. Yeah, we had portable buildings too, to have extra classrooms. Okay, let's go back and work on the inside again. I need to pick a new wallpaper for this section because I've been talking too much and not deciding anything. Oh my, I don't think I like that very much. I don't really like the other colors though. I think that's the best of the colors. Oh, I don't know what to do. Discover University maybe? Does university have, what am I thinking of? I think it is high school years. Come back, high school years. There we go. I'm thinking of, is it this item? Yeah, that's what I'm picturing. I think I did this in the last high school that I built, where I put a couple of these in. I don't know if we should do that again. Or not. It's kind of, I do like the idea of there being banners on the walls, but maybe this front wall can be brick, and then we can do white on some of the other places. Platform in the middle, like the outside, but like a platform here above the door. Do you think so? Come on, game. Lineup of club posters. Yeah, we'll definitely do stuff like that too. No, I'm not dealing with freezes like that. I'm not dealing with freezes like that, chat. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Maybe if I built the wall separate and it doesn't do it again, but Are you actually not gonna build my floor? Build floor. I assume my freeze went away. Will you come back? Yes, for now. Okay, there we go. I don't even know if I like this. I'm just not doing it, chat. I'm just not doing it. I'm sorry, I know some of you liked the idea. I'm just not doing it. I'm just not doing it. No, because I haven't finished it yet, Sammy. We're gonna have to finish it still. I'm like halfway through 2 builds right now. So we haven't finished the park yet, and we haven't finished this, obviously. And we won't finish this today, and starting on Monday, we're working on the new legacy house. So we're gonna be halfway through 2 builds and finish them later in the week. I'm sorry. Pink Lacy, thank you for the 82 months, and Half Jade and Basil, thank you for the resubs too. Yeah, I can't bring myself to do that. It's too much. Okay, I want to just put maybe like some white wallpaper in some of these areas. I do like how those look. I think we should have posters or something. I remind you of a YouTuber you used to watch. Does she make Sims videos on YouTube? By any chance? Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Okay, sorry. High school years. Is what I am looking for. We do have big posters. I wonder if it would be weird of me to put... I'll change the color of them in a second. I'm just trying to decide if it would be weird if I had these big giant posters up high. Oh, I kind of like those. Does that seem like it would be a reasonable thing to have inside of the hallway? I don't know. I'm gonna get more of those too. It feels kind of like maybe it belongs in a school. I don't really love this double story thing. I'm struggling a lot with the shape of this stuff. Maybe you should be sized down. I don't like that either. And like the purple on the inside of the windows, I think looks bad. This is like the hardest part of the build, is figuring out this weird thing. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. A mural would be cute. Yeah, that would be nice. You think the doors to the classroom should be at the bottom of the stairs? Do you think so? I was gonna have the doors to the classrooms be in the hallways. I guess the classroom doors could be at the bottom of the stairs. Maybe we could have these be like in the corner then. It's not a limited pack build. It is not a limited pack build, unfortunately. We are using a lot of packs in this build. Yeah, see, I was picturing that the classroom doors would go over there. I guess this does make for easy access, but only if you're first getting there. If you're in the rest of the school, the classroom doors being out here are probably better. This is easier access then. Should I put fake double doors? Oh, maybe that's weird to have into a classroom. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, try these again. Yeah, I feel like this whole wall is quite bland almost. Oh, these things are all lockers. Yeah, I'm sorry that they're placed like that. It's because you can't save the game unless you have all of the requirements for the lot. So I had to place a bunch of lockers. I wasn't done, like I didn't know where I was gonna put everything yet, but I was forced against my will to place a bunch of lockers down so that the place would be functional. So that's why they're just placed like that as lockers. Just leave them in the middle of the hallway, yeah. No, it was temporary. It was temporary, I promise. It wasn't ever gonna stay like that, I swear. We didn't want to use the high school years wallpaper on purpose. I had it originally, but it's because it's 2 stories. I think that this looks kind of silly when you stack it. Do you see what I mean? We could maybe use the cinder block walls. This is giving American high school. Like this, I know it's beige on beige with the floor, but that really feels like home to me. I won't lie. That really feels right to me, so we'll see. Are those the right placement? No. And even lower. Is that the right placement? Yeah, okay. Maybe we do like a mix of science-y posters and stuff like that. That could be okay. Everybody's still yelling about a mural, but I don't know if I don't even know if that makes sense when it's just put up so high like that. Do you know what I mean? Like the clock idea? A clock for this wall? We could definitely put a mural on like another wall somewhere. Am I gonna put it on the gallery? I will. I will put it on the gallery. I put all my murals on the gallery. I gotta finish it first though, so it won't be up today because it's not gonna be done today. Mural in the gym? Yeah, that could be nice. I know that this one looks like kids and not teens, but we could maybe put it in the gym still anyway. Okay. Let me make sure that these are centered. Okay. Mural on the wall at the top of the stairs. Oh, I guess that's true. That's another idea. We could always have both. Like, oh, but that's probably gonna be, I guess we could then have 2 doors into the auditorium on like either side of it. That might not be so bad. Clock above the front door. Okay. Interesting. I don't really know what kind we're thinking. Just like a regular one, but sized up. I don't know. I'm overthinking it. Voice saving too. I'm tired. Thank you for this. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay, I think I'd like to get some sort of indoor lights on either side of the door too. I think some sconces might not be so bad. Graffiti? Everybody's been yelling about wanting graffiti this whole time. I don't really know if I want to put graffiti because I don't know if I want it to be like stinky like that. Like I think that people were telling me, oh, like make one of the bathrooms broken and dirty. Put like, I don't know if I think that I want it to be kind of fancy in the school. Not that, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like they probably would have cleaned up any graffiti that happened, you know? Do you think having lights above the posters is bad? Graffiti's not stinky, it's art. No, I agree with you, but the Sims graffiti is not so like the vibe for the build. You were stuck with what we have in the Sims, and the Sims isn't so like artsy, you know? Like, and they're kind of weird when you size them up too because they're so chunky. Like, I don't know if it would look good. Like certain ones maybe, but most of the graffiti options in the Sims I don't think would fit for what we're trying to talk about, you know? The lights look good. The lights aren't accurate. I don't know. See, this is the problem. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not trying to say that graffiti's not art. Please don't misunderstand me. I just mean I don't want to use the stuff that we have in The Sims 4. Does that make sense? Again, we're always stuck with what we have in the game. So, We have very limited options. Grimstar, thank you for the 3-month resub. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm getting a lot of mixed signals with the lights too. This is honestly like 50 times harder than I thought it was going to be to try and furnish this place. This is really difficult to furnish the school. I think it's because everybody has different like opinions of what a school should be like based on their real life experience. So it makes it quite hard to do in game. I think that we might have to drop the like what is and isn't accurate discussion, because there's like some things that are fun to mimic that would be accurate in real life, but just in general, like you can't really make it accurate because it's The Sims. So we have to kind of just accept what we have, you know? And then try and go from there. I don't like this big giant wall. Lights would make more sense if it was fancy paintings. Yeah, but the problem is we can't like, it's The Sims. So like I would love for these pictures to have a frame, but there just isn't one. So we can't, like, there's only so much you can do with The Sims. I'm just gonna stop with this room, okay? This is causing me too much stress for no reason. It's very silly that I'm overthinking it this much. It's just a random room. Did the freeze go away? Oh my god. Everyone? Oh my god. Okay, take a deep breath. It's gonna be fine. This game is unbelievable. I like these things because I think it looks like maybe there's some announcements about events that are happening at the school. Do you think it'd be weird to have two of them that are the same? Probably. Maybe I'll just put a plant on one side. I said I was gonna stop doing this room and then now I'm back doing it again, but it's okay. It's okay. I think having a big plant isn't that weird either. Maybe we could put a ceiling light, like a chandelier as well. Not base game. What kind of light would they have in a place like this? We do have these huge ones, and they are round. That does kind of have like a mix of old school but updated light. Yeah, I agree the space doesn't necessarily have to be occupied, but I think that the wall is very weird because it's one big blank wall, so I'm trying to help it out a little bit more. Maybe this might be helpful. Does that come in a color that maybe matches? Maybe it could be blue. See, that could match the flooring. That could be okay. Oh. Is that right? No, forward more. Okay. Maybe it could be like that. That's not so bad. Okay, to the side of the windows, the university banners. We had that originally. I think the last high school that I built had the university banners on the side of the windows in the front like this. But I don't know if it's gonna be too busy if we do that here. So I'm kind of leaning towards not doing that just in this space. Put a bunch of trophies and diplomas. We have trophies. I hadn't really considered the diploma thing. Maybe we could put some diplomas. This might be kind of weird to have some things like this, but maybe we could make it look like they're various fancy certificates. I don't know. Okay. I don't know if I need to have an actual fire alarm. I think that what I will do though is put, maybe I'll put 2 of these on like either side of this thing. Framed jersey. Oh, we'll have some framed jerseys on some of the other walls. We're gonna have a lot of stuff, so we have a lot of things to fill in still. I probably should save also. Sad clown painting in the principal's office? Oh my gosh. I don't know what we'll do in there. We'll definitely put diplomas in the principal's office. That's for sure. Okay, I'm saving again just to be safe. Yeah, maybe the diplomas are kind of meant to be like fake school awards or something. Because I could see that happening in real life. We should definitely do some custom double doors into the library. I think that having double doors into the like more public spaces, the classrooms and the offices can have single doors. But the library, this is the computer lab, they can have double doors. No, there's no reception desk for this school. I know that sometimes you would find that in real life. I guess we could potentially put like a small reception desk in here, but I wasn't really super set on needing one. Let me see if I can show you. I guess we could put one. It does make it hard to walk around in here. What do you think about that? A reception desk? What? Oh my gosh, we're gonna talk this again. So apparently a lot of people's schools don't have this in real life. And a lot of people's do. So there's half the chat being like, it's so weird that you don't have one. And the other half thinks it's ridiculous to have one. It does kind of like interrupt the flow of your Sims walking in. It is still functional to get in there. I guess it could go off to the side, but I don't even know if I like that. I'd rather not use it than have it off to the side. In America, this is very common though. You would like, if a visitor came to the school, they would check in, you know. Yours was in the office with a window cut out into the hallway. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. But yeah, there's like a front office at every school I ever went to. So, like an office by the entrance. And then if you like, you know, if you forgot something and your mom had to come to school and drop it off, they would drop it off in the front office at the desk. And, but in real life, you might see like the front office kind of like here, and then it would be off to the side or whatever. So anyway, I don't think that's weird. I stand by the fact that I don't think that's weird. I do think it's kind of weird to have a desk in the middle of the hallway, but I don't think that the idea of having a reception is weird. I think that's very normal. I find it hard to believe that other schools in other countries don't at least have something like that. Like, who do they call? If someone had to call the school, who would they call? Like, who would pick up the phone, you know? Yeah, the cafeteria is straight ahead. That might seem weird to you, but we're just gonna have to accept it, okay? We're just gonna have to accept that. They would call the principal? Would they? I don't think that you would call the principal directly at any school here if you had to like drop off your kid's backpack because they forgot it at home. Like you would personally call the principal directly? Oh, you're asking. Oh, I see. The teacher? Well, even here, like, the teacher's teaching, so they would call the office, and then the office could call the classroom. But you would call the front desk, and then they would direct the call or whatever. Like, if you had to get picked up from school by your parent to go to a doctor's appointment, they would call the front desk, and then the front desk would, like, call your teacher and be like, hello, Kayla has to come to the office because her parents are here to pick her up, you know? But they wouldn't call, like, the teacher in the middle of school. Interesting. Interesting. Custard Tart, thank you for the 36-month resub. I appreciate it. Okay, I want to get some sort of columns. Oh, too fancy. Too fancy. Maybe I use just base game ones. Okay. You always told your teacher when you needed to leave and you just sign out at the front? You would just like walk out of the class? I mean, it depends how old you are as well. Like, that certainly wouldn't happen when you were like 6, you know? But anyway, interesting. It's very different in lots of different places, clearly. The point still stands, though. I think most schools have, like, some sort of receptionist, type of person. Like, they probably have someone that works there in that sort of capacity at a lot of places. I don't think that's weird. I stand by that not being weird, to have, like, a secretary of some kind somewhere at the school. That's just what the point I'm trying to make is. Okay, I think I will put all of these floorings in. I might do tile in here because that's going to be the nurse's office. We don't really need to have a nurse's office, I know, but we have space for it, so we're going to try, okay? We have space, so we're still going to try. I'm going to get some double doors in here for the art studio, too. That's so nice. This, like, big, bright art room. And then this one is the science lab. I might do, like, a different kind of flooring in there for the science lab, too. Okay, interesting. I don't really know how I want to do this. I guess I'll do double doors into these as well. Will the elevator work? No, the elevator is fake. It doesn't work in The Sims. You also can't put more than one. So, like, you know, you probably want to have an elevator on the second floor, like where the elevator would come out from, which is kind of what this is pretending to be. But you can't have two of them on the same lot. It doesn't let you place another one. It says only one elevator allowed because the way that it functions is like a spawn point. So very frustrating, but that's just how The Sims 4 works. I guess I will put you here, and I will do you here too. You can copy the room to get another. Is it gonna glitch if I do that though? That's a big elevator for the school. What, this one? I mean, there's only a couple elevators in the game, so there's only so much that I can do. Oh, it does work if you copy it, huh? Interesting. Interesting. Maybe I could do that then. I want to get... Let me just take this small one real quick. I can use the shorter version. I might put this so it comes... I guess it can just stay right there. Well, I like that. Oh, that's not in the right place, is it? Oh. I guess I'll scoot it back one tile. No, it doesn't function. It doesn't function. The elevators do not do anything. You can't actually ride them. The elevators function like a spawn point. In this game. It's non-functional, so I know that stinks, but that's just how it works. I think that I might let it be. Listen, if they're not exactly even in line with each other, they're non-functional in The Sims. So is it okay? Even though that one's technically one tile. So you spawn upstairs. I don't know what this does. I don't know what it does when you put two. It's not supposed to have two. It's just, the way that the elevators work is it spawns you, like, that's the spawn point for a penthouse lot type. I gotta move the bottom one up. Well, because I like the idea of it being, like, scooted back so we don't have one big, long, flat wall. The flat wall is icky. I'm trying to, like, split it up a little bit so it's not as blank on this wall, you know? It won't let you out of build mode because you have multiple elevators. Does it do that? I can try and travel to it and we'll just see how it works. It might not be worth doing this. I never knew that you could copy this. I never knew that you could copy it to get a second one because you're not supposed to have a second one. So it might not work. We'll come test it. Well, it doesn't work because it's fake. The elevators are fake. But you know what I mean. It might literally not work. It might be broken. Yeah, see, so it spawns you there at the elevator. I don't think the second one matters. Yeah, so can't exit lot. I could do it from Manage Worlds, but not from here. That's fine. I am not surprised. We can have our one elevator downstairs still, but we can't do the two of them. Honestly, it's spawning you in the middle of the school actually isn't that bad. Although it might have a lot of glitches with the Sims all spawning right there for high school. So we'll maybe want to test that. I wish that we had better elevators. It's very weird and annoying that this happens like this. It's just not ideal, you know? This would be harder to implement than just making an actual elevator. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't make an actual elevator. Honestly, I don't understand it. They needed to have a spawn point for the penthouses. I get that, but I don't understand why there isn't a functional elevator. That was big drama. I don't know how many of you were around when like City Living first came out, but that was big drama with City Living. Everybody was like, literally, why is there not functional elevators? Like, that makes no sense. Because everybody thought, because we got elevators that were functional in The Sims 3 with the City Pack in The Sims 3. So why not in The Sims 4? Yeah, there's mods to have elevators and stuff out. There's mods for everything, but the problem is not everybody can access mods. And so it's nice to have these things in the game, you know? Anyway, is there a debug one? I'm not sure what the debug ones would be different from the ones that exist in the game, but like from City Living, I mean, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, they should have made both so it could be like a spawn point or a functional elevator. You were livid with no elevator woohoo. I know. Well, we had elevator woohoo like in older Sims games, and we all thought like we all expected to get elevator woohoo with the city apartments. Like, it just felt like an obvious thing, and then the fact that it wasn't there was so sad. It's kind of like, but not as bad. No, opposite. I mean, this is not as bad. Cottage Living, when they showed that phone booth, you know, we have the decorative phone booth. I thought for sure that there would be a woohoo in this phone booth. You can't even click on this. It's completely fake. But I was certain that we were gonna be able to woohoo in this, and you can't. Devastating. I was actually upset about that. I was more upset about elevators though, because that is way worse. Like, we need functional elevators. They really should have functional elevators. But that, I think, is missed opportunity. I feel like they could have reused the closet animation for this. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not that simple, but like they could have, and it would have been okay. Do I think if The Sims is listening, they'll add it in the Woohoo pack? No, it's too late to add anything to the Woohoo pack. They won't be able to add any new content to it at this point. The pack's already coming out, so they can't go back. They've probably like pretty much packaged the whole thing already. People are probably going to start getting early access in like 2 weeks. You know, like it's too late for them to add stuff to the Woohoo pack like that. They could maybe add things in an update, but they wouldn't add like new gameplay content, you know? Not the Woohoo pack. Well, it's kind of what it is. As a login reward, that's interesting. They add another phone booth as a login reward. My first Woohoo stuff? Stop! Not that. No, not a stuff pack like that. Oh my god. Oh no. You keep forgetting it's called Love Struck. You've only called it the Woohoo pack. Really? I like the name Love Struck. I actually do like the name Love Struck. I think it's kind of fun, but I like calling it the Woohoo pack better. My friend Dika, I'm sure this is true of a few different languages, but Dika was telling me how the translation of the name of the Love Struck pack in Italian almost literally translates to Struck by Lightning. And I think that's iconic. But like, that's kind of a translation of the phrase, you know? But I think that's so fun. I really like that. That's better than Love Struck. That's way better than Love Struck. Anyway. I'm having fun with it, with the pack. I'm excited, having fun with speculating about the pack. I'm excited for it to come out in a couple weeks, 3 weeks. But yeah, that's the thing. There's no way to make any builds accessible. There's like literally no accessibility that you can add to builds at all in this game, which is pretty sad. In German, it's just in love. Oh, that is kind of boring. It's not bad though. If they called it in love in English, I don't think I'd be that mad. Love Struck is kind of a more exciting name than In Love, though. I like hearing about how people, like how it's translated into different languages, because it's very complicated to try and translate like a phrase like that and have it sort of have the same effect and meaning everywhere. I just think that's very interesting. Get to woohoo. They should have called it that. Seriously, it's devastating. Love Struck implies the message that you may die from love, and you can. Which is fun. Get to woohoo. Wow. Okay. You're all bad influences with our ridiculous ideas. It's called Long Live Love in Spanish, is it? Interesting. Interesting. In Korean, it's called How to Love. Interesting. In Sweden, it's kind of like Love is in the Air. See, it's so fun how it's so different in all these different places. That's so cool. Love is Calling. Oh, that's kind of cute too. I do like that. Imagine if they called it Live, Laugh, Love. They should have like a Live, Laugh, Love poster in The Sims. If they should take this opportunity to make a Live, Laugh, Love kind of joke in one of the descriptions of the items. I like that. I do like that. I didn't even think about that. Laugh, love, die. Welcome to The Sims 4. They've made jokes about Live, Laugh, Love before. It's like Lieb, Lifa, Lurv, or whatever. They've made jokes like that. Does one of the sculptures have that reference, really? They have it, like the loading screen says Lieb, Lifa, Lurv. One of the loading screen, like, tooltips. So they should do it. Oh, maybe there is a cross stitch with a pattern like that. I think you were right about that. I kind of forgot about that one. You just got here and that's the first thing you hear. We've been discussing alternate names for the new Woohoo pack. We're coming up with some ideas and talking about the translations of it in different places. Oh, yeah, I should cross-stitch more with my Sims. It is fun. It is fun. Okay, wow, sorry. I've, like, literally not been building. I've been so distracted. Do you think it's bad if I use this door for the bathroom? Because there's, like, glass in it. But I want a door that's tall. This is the, like, faculty door. But there are toilet stalls, so I think it's probably fine, right? Should it be green? Maybe one of them can have graffiti on it. I like the void critter. That's very impressive art. What about the spa day door? Oh, I guess the spa day door. Well, isn't the spa day one like all glass? They have a taller one, but it's all glass. And then these doors are short. That's the thing. I don't want the short door. I want it to be tall. In your school, they did have glass? Yeah, mine definitely didn't. My school's bathroom doors were kind of like, honestly, it's like this texture. It's kind of what ours were like. There's one that's not glass. What, from Spa Day? These ones are glass still, though. Just pretend that this glass is frosted, okay? Your school has no doors into the bathrooms? Wow. My school, the gym locker rooms were like that. There was no, like, there was toilet stalls, but there was just, like, all in the room. Is that what you mean, where it's, like, that? There's just stalls out? There's, like, hallway into the bathroom? I could imagine that. Like, I could see there being, like, kind of like this, where it's like, it's still closed off. Like you have to go around to get in there. Is that what you mean? Kind of like what, like airports and stuff have that. So that doesn't surprise me. That makes sense. So it's not so bad. When you say there's no door, it sounds bad, but it's not like so bad. I feel like maybe my school had, I can't remember. No, I think we had doors. Maybe it probably depends on the building at my school, because there were some that were older and some that were newer. Yours just open into the hall? Really? You had it worse than that? Really? That's cruel. They've taken the doors off the school you work on. Yeah, I've heard about that happening at a lot of schools these days. Zero Gaming and Mason, thank you for the resubs. I have to ask my sister what the school was like, because she only graduated last year. Yeah, and they're doing it so that people don't do things that they shouldn't be doing in the bathrooms, right? But it's bad. Oh, the doors were always propped open. That makes sense. That makes sense. Your school locked the bathrooms. That's so bad. I kept hearing about that too. Yeah, it's very frustrating how these things have been going. Okay, I want to get sinks. Uh-oh, sorry for yawning. Probably made you yawn just then. What kind of sink would you have in a bathroom like this? We have the bathroom sinks that come with high school years, but I don't really want to use those. It would probably be on a counter, but I don't like how the counter ones look that much. Oh, and that's probably too tight. If we have the pedestal sinks, they'll fit better. I might actually just use these two. Like floating, kinda. I wanna put... Should we do it like that with just white mirrors above them? I don't really know how this should look. I don't think that looks bad. I can't remember what the bathroom sinks were like at my high school. I'm getting too old. It's been a long time. I don't remember what it was like back then. I don't remember anymore. And the floating is good for cleaning because they can like mop under the whole thing, huh? Okay, I'm gonna look at Get to Work because there's little paper towels. Maybe I scoot these over to give myself a bit of extra room for the paper towels. Soap dispenser, that's not even bad. Maybe the paper towels should be over here. I could see them having them like this in real life. Come over here and dry your hands and then throw them away immediately. Okay. You got locked in a bathroom stall once, but you had to crawl out through the small gap. Oh my God. Yeah, you know what? The gaps in bathroom stalls, this is always like so shocking and upsetting to people from other countries because in America, our bathroom stalls are very commonly like this, where the door is like raised, you know, this much off the ground. And then there's kind of gaps like this. I am obviously growing up here, you get very used to it, but then you go to a place in Europe and they always have like full stall doors. I guess more like this kind of where it closes like pretty much to the floor. But this is always very shocking to people. I get it. The gaps are kind of scary. It is very nice to have a full coverage door that like closes more, that feels like a more proper individual room, you know? It's nice to have that, but that doesn't really happen here very often. Was it? I mean, yeah, I know. If you're not expecting that and you're not used to it, it's probably absolutely horrifying. Like, I would probably feel so embarrassed, but you just get used to it here, so it doesn't feel as bad. Like, it isn't good, but it just is what it is. They're all like that, so. That's so nice, Hot Dog, that they're like that, like completely private and have their own sinks and stuff. I mean, that happens sometimes at like really fancy places here, but most places, like at a school, it's like this. It's like this. 100% it's like this. Okay, I don't know what wallpaper to use. Probably tile, right? Do you think I should do like funky tile, or is that weird? Because I kind of like the funky tile. In Seattle, you can see over the stall door. Okay, Dan was telling me about that. This is, look, I'm not that tall. I'm an average height woman, right? So I did not realize that. But apparently, some men can literally see over the top of the bathroom stall doors. I never considered that before, but that makes sense. If you're like 6 foot plus tall, but it's short. So imagine if you were an extremely tall man and you're walking in here, like, but yeah, Dan told me that. I said, there's no way. There's no way. That, I've never experienced that before. I didn't know that, but I guess if you're very tall, like, that's possible. You're 5'8" and you can sometimes too. 5'10" and you can sometimes. Oh my God, I'm 5'5". I've never experienced that. That is an upsetting thought. And if you're in heels, probably. No. New fear unlocked, right? No. That's like something that you don't want to know about. You don't want to think about that. You're 5'5" and it has happened to you one time? How short was the stall? No. Dan is 6 foot even. He's 6 feet tall and he's been able to see over it before. That's so awkward though if you can see, oh, I don't even want to think about this. Palmer Gladys, thank you for the resubs. I'm sorry to even bring it up. I mean, people aren't looking on purpose, most people, but it's like, you know, this is the worst day of my life. I'm so sorry to even tell you. I'm sorry that I brought it up. I'm sorry. I should have kept it to myself. That was things that should have stayed in my brain. That was information for in here. Inside thoughts. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Okay, I think the bathrooms could be mostly fine like this. Why are there so many lights? I just wanted to have 2, right? So get rid of this one. Okay. And then I guess there will be, oh, are there, no, I don't have duplicates. Okay, good. I'm gonna put up here, I shall copy this and I'll flip these around just a little bit. Okay. Well, maybe this one can go just here. Why are your stalls so short? I don't know. It's not my fault. I didn't make them. America's the bad place. We've learned this. Okay, I don't know if they would actually have a fake plant in these bathrooms at a school, but it's happening. I'm playing The Sims, so I'll do what I want. Okay, so I was gonna look at some of the decorations. I was thinking about like one of the wash your hands type of plaques. Oh, we should get some of these exit signs. We didn't start the fire. My first simoleon. Stop for safety. The Paramount plaque. Do you think this could be a reminder to everyone? Wash your hands. Don't break the law. You know? Okay. Put this right here. A little bit lower. Okay. The hand washing ones from Snowy Escape. Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Most loyal employee. Oh, is there like a hand washing sign on this? There's a no phone sign. That's kind of giving high school, actually. I can see that. Put your phone away. When I was in middle school, they were very dramatic about having phones out at all. If you got seen, even in like the hallway, walking to class with a phone, they would take it from you. At lunch, they would take it from you. You could not pull a phone out at all when I was in middle school. And this is like, you know, like flip phone era, but you could not have a phone out at all. They gave you locked pouches for your phones, really? Honestly, I do not envy teachers trying to regulate their students being on their phones in class. Like, everybody having a smartphone and not listening must be very bad. Especially like in middle school time. Like, I really do not. I'm so sorry to middle school teachers. I'm so sorry. It is brutal out here, and I'm so sorry. You had to put yours in a tiny locker. Interesting. Yeah, it's always interesting to hear about like what other people's schools were like for stuff like that, you know? As a current teacher, it's totally impossible. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I'm really sorry. You were brave. You were very, very brave, and I'm thinking of you in these trying times. Not a joke. I'm being serious. I'm being so serious. I'm thinking of you. The freeze on the bathroom. Is it in there? Oh my god, it's gone again. I cannot. Okay. In here, I was thinking about making this. This is like... This is the locker room setup. Yeah, I was looking at a sign from Get to Work, but I don't think it's a wash your hands one, Gora, but it doesn't matter. We have a sign, so it's fine. It's fine. Should I use... Oh, maybe I will use these and I'll just kind of alt place them, because I think this reminds me of my real life locker room experience in gym. Okay, maybe like a bench. Ottomans. Okay, this could be okay. That reminds me of gym as well, in a bad way. I'm gonna put the showers here. Yeah, we're gonna have showers, don't worry. That is my plan. That is my plan. They're gonna go on this wall. I think we should probably put something in front of the windows. Is that even the right height? No. Oops. Maybe that color is fine. Okay, showers. Maybe we could put kind of like what we all just talked about with a slate wall around the side, just so that it kind of splits up the room a little bit more. I don't know. Row of lockers in the middle of the room. Maybe I should do the lockers in the middle then instead. Maybe that's better. When I was in middle school, I used to try to change inside of... We didn't have to shower for gym in middle school, but we had showers at the gym in middle school. And I used to try to change in the shower because like they used to have them and then people stopped using them. So I would try and change in there in the showers. But there was only like 2 curtains and like 2 stalls or whatever, and lots of people tried to use them, so you had to wait, and it was always very stressful because if you didn't get there fast enough, then people were going to beat you to it, and then you wouldn't be able to use it. And I hated gym in middle school. I hated having to dress out. I was so embarrassed having to change in front of people. Like, that was like worst nightmare, worst case scenario to me. Horrible. Oh, that's like... Let's do a metal bench. Why not? Everybody hates that. Like, why are they putting you through it? And my locker room in my middle school gym was actually kind of laid out like this. Like, they had the toilet stalls and everything even. And when I was in middle school, they wouldn't allow you to change in the toilet stall. Like, if they caught you changing in there, you would literally get detention. And I think it was because they were trying to make sure that people weren't, like, using all the toilet stalls because they needed them to be available in case you had to go to the bathroom. But, like, you were not allowed to change in the toilet stall, and if you did, you got in trouble. Horrible. Horrible. Yeah, I hated gym. Hated gym. Nobody likes it though. Everybody hates that. It's cruel. You do not miss middle and high school gym. Yeah, I didn't have to take a gym class like that in high school. When I was in high school, they had a couple alternatives that you could take. Basically like a health type of class, and like a, I don't know, in the health class you learned about like muscle groups and things like that. And then I literally took, you're not going to believe this, I took PE online my freshman year of high school. You had to have 2 credits, so I took them both, like that class and then the online PE. And in the online PE, you got assigned like projects. Like I had to make weights with like milk jugs and water, and then you're supposed to like exercise with them and track it and like submit your heart rate and all this stuff on the website. Oh my God. And you had to like run and submit your heart rate on the website. I was out there like Googling what my heart rate should be so I could submit it without doing it. But I took PE online. I did have to write essays like about, you know, the human body type of stuff, but there were some things that I kind of messed around with. That was actually really good though, because I took both those classes the same semester. And when I was in high school, you were able to take classes online, and then you could have like a replacement for one of your class periods and like switch it to be online, so I could go home early basically. And we had a weird block schedule, so we had like 3.5 classes a day essentially, so I could go home on Tuesdays and Fridays at like 12:30, which was really nice because it was like a 2-hour block. And that was good because that was when my dad had cancer, so I was emotionally unwell. And my grandma would come pick me up from school at 12:30 twice a week, and I would go home and sit in bed and do my PE. But it was good. It worked out. It was fine. And I didn't have to change at school, and that was best case scenario. Anyway, I lied. I think now they were trying to get people to have Fitbits, so they couldn't lie like that anymore, but they didn't have that when I was in school. You had to do it all 4 years? No, that's cruel. No, that's messed up. I'm sorry. If I had to do PE credit all 4 years, I don't know if I would have survived that. You had activity logs for PE and you lied on all of them. Yeah, me too. Oh my God. That's funny. Well, what are you gonna do? Actually run and then track it? No, that's ridiculous. No. I live in Florida. Do you know how hot it is today? Can you imagine me running for class? It was 94 degrees Fahrenheit today. It is the summertime. School's out. But you know what? No. That's ridiculous. Okay, put that over there. I think this isn't actually that bad. Nice locker room. You had PE first thing Monday mornings. Oh my gosh. I remember I had PE last period, 7th period, when I was in middle school. Oh, I have a story about this. This is one of the most traumatic days of my life, and I'm actually not kidding. I get these migraines. They're called migraines with auras, and they make me feel very sick, and I literally can't see. It's kind of the gist of it. Like, basically, there's like blurry spots that spread until my whole vision, until I can't see anything. Well, I got one of these at school one day when I was in middle school, and it had never happened to me at school before, but it was happening that day. And I tried to go to the nurse, but my dad was working, or like my parents weren't able to come pick me up. It was very unfortunate timing. My dad's a boat captain, so like dad being at work means dad's in the ocean. Like, can't come get ya. And mom, like my mom has a normal job. So anyway, I tried calling the nurse. They couldn't come get me. So I had to sit at school all day like this. I got so sick that I literally, and I'm sorry to say it, I threw up at school. And it happened so fast that I did not make it to the bathroom. So traumatic. And it was because I had a substitute teacher in my 6th period class, and she was like, oh, you can't go to the bathroom. And I said, I am going to the bathroom. Anyway, didn't make it. And then I had to come back in and be like, hello, miss, I'm sorry, but like, you know, this happened outside. And then she made this huge deal of it. She was like, oh my God, you threw up. Someone please quick help get her to the nurse. Like told everybody so loud, made a huge scene and told everybody. So embarrassing. I go to the nurse. And she's like, you're just trying to get out of PE. You're lying. You're just trying to get out of PE. She was mean to me. I'm not lying. First of all, why would I lie about that? There's evidence. Why would I lie about that? She made me feel so bad about myself when she lied to me about that. What? Or when she accused me of lying, I mean. Like, what? Why would I lie? Evidence. Oh, so it was so embarrassing. I was probably like 12. I'll never forget that. That was so bad. Anyway, I was fine. And I was not just trying to get out of PE. Yes, I wanted to get out of PE. I didn't want to go to PE like that, obviously. But I wasn't only trying to get out of PE. I had to get out of school. I was sick. It was bad. Matt, thanks for the 20 months, by the way. And Gonia, thank you for the resub, too. Did you, Marlies? I'm sorry. That's horrible. That is horrible. Anyway. Long story short, middle school was rough. That's what we've learned from this today. Also, I am not even close to being done with this school. I'm probably gonna wrap up the stream relatively soon-ish. I usually stream for about 3 hours. We've got all of the layout done. And that's the main thing. You know, like that's the hardest part. I'll give you a quick tour. So these two are both gonna be the classrooms in these two sections. This is the library. So we'll put like a bunch of bookshelves in there. This is going to be a computer lab. We have the principal's office, a cafeteria. This will be like a teacher's lounge. We're going to have the nurse's office. Speaking of which, we'll have the nurse's office right here. This is going to be like an art studio for art class. There's going to be a science lab for science-y class. And then upstairs, there's like an auditorium stage thing. There's a couple like loungy hangout spaces on either side for like chess tables. We've got a debate class. There's gonna be in here a gym, so like all the gym equipment stuff. And then we have this room was gonna be for instruments, more room for instruments, woodworking table. And then out here, this is for the cheerleaders to practice. That's the second locker room. And then we got basketball courts. So lots of stuff, but we got it all laid out. We've got it all set up, so it's not going so bad. We're gonna get there. Unfortunately, we're not gonna finish it today. So as far as the stream schedule goes, for the next like week or so, on Monday and Tuesday, we're gonna work on building the new house for my Nightmare Legacy Challenge on YouTube, which is kind of a big deal. It's like our big new legacy house, so I'm kind of excited about it. Then probably on Thursday and Friday, maybe Thursday we'll finish this, and then Friday we'll finish the park. Is kind of my idea for the stream schedule next week. Lots of builds to work on next week. Oh, I have a question. Do you know what happens if you try to live in a penthouse with a horse? Because I didn't really think about that. I wanted to move to a penthouse in San Myshuno, and then I realized, wait, I have a horse. But like, can the horse go in the elevator? Maybe I should find that out right now. Because I filmed the video earlier where I was like prepping for the last episode before the new house is built. And I realized at the end, wait a minute, I have a horse. So it goes outside. Does it spawn in the elevator? Because if so, that's fine. Cast.full edit mode. Hold on, I'm gonna give this guy a horse. Go on, used portals, really? Okay. What should the horse look like? Not that. That's fancy. Okay, test. Let's go find out. And look, the thing is, my horse, it's an elder. And I'm playing on short lifespan. So it might be okay. But we still have a little bit more time, I think. So it might not be exactly okay. Did Gluon do it though? Okay, that's good to know. If Gluon did it, then it's hopefully fine. All right, where's my horse? Come on. Can you not get up there? I feel like it should be able to get up here. There was a pop-up. New horse. Hold your horses. Management doesn't allow horses in this building. Sorry, my microphone covers the notifications exactly. I had to move it. I wonder if I could, like, can you teleport the horse with a mod? How, like, do you know how to do that? I guess we can't live in a penthouse. It works with the teleporter from Realm of Magic. Oh, does it? You have to teleport them to your sim. Okay, wait. Come here. Oh! Okay, stand right here. Do you know how to do it? We get like a mod to cheat them up here. Should be an MC command center. Okay. Do you know where? Sim commands, teleport commands. Teleport a sim to this sim. Oh. I got my horse! Oh, we're fine. I'm gonna have a horse in a penthouse. I don't even care that you have to do sneaky things. The horse is gonna die eventually anyway, so I think it's probably fine. Are we gonna get in trouble though, like from management? Come back! Put me back. Put me back! I don't know if you can ride the horse up here. The horse is gonna be so stressed. But no, this is actually more space than I had before for my horse. You might not believe me, but it is true. I'm gonna see if I can barrel race. See, that's like perfect. This lot was made for horses. The barrels fit exactly here. It's fine. Okay. Practice barrels. Oh, we're fine. We can live up here. We can live up here. I know, imagine the downstairs neighbor. You literally have a horse trotting around upstairs. Imagine if a horse lived above you. That sucks. Shelby, thanks for the resub. And Tracy, too, thank you so much. No, this is fine then. This is fine. Okay, the way I'm calling management. You can try and report it, but my horse lives up here. The horse goes in the elevator and everything, it's fine. Imagine you get in the elevator and there's a horse in there. Just going up to its house. Okay, so are we decided then that it's fine and we can live here? This lot is big. We got loads of space. So I think we could live here with a horse. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Okay, I feel good now. So we'll work on that build on Monday. I guess we'll start the build on Monday. I will see you then. I don't stream on Sundays, so I will not be here tomorrow. But we'll work on the build on Monday for our Legacy Challenge. If you haven't seen it, I have a YouTube series where I'm playing a Legacy Challenge. It's like a Let's Play. And now is actually a really good time to start watching because we're starting the new generation. So it's kind of like its own mini-series. So the video that I post on Monday will be the first episode of it, kind of. So you don't have to feel like you've missed out too much because we're kind of starting fresh again with our horse on the roof. Anyway, have a great rest of your night. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really have a lot of fun when we hang out on stream. We get up to some chaos. Oops, I opened my own stream. Shh, lilsimsie, no one wants to hear you talk twice. Once is bad enough already. We have a lot of fun though, so thank you again. And I want to go maybe raid someone who is playing The Sims. Maybe we could go say hi. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna raid Shella because she has been a huge help to me in some. Oh, it's unmuted. She's been a huge help to me today in setting up some of the like artwork for our charity event, and I really appreciate it. So let's go raid Shella and thank her for her help. It looks like she's building the Peach Gen house for Not So Berry. Oh, that's fun. She's living in Tartosa like we did. That's really fun. So we'll go see what she's up to. I love a Not So Berry build. It's so fun to do. So we'll go say hi to her, and then I will catch you all in Monday. I was gonna say in the morning. No, on Monday. What am I talking about? I'll catch you on Monday. I don't know. Anyway, have a great night. Thank you. Happy Saturday. Bye. And stop streaming.